Okay. Took me about 57 years to set up because I completely forgot how to exist. Speaking of existence...
Yes?
Heather, you're here already. Good morning.
Oh, jeez, that was weird. I was hearing double there for a second. Hi, good morning. How you doing? How's everyone doing? There's no one else here. Hi.
That
Alright,
reminds
explain
me.
this one to me. Yes?
Oh no, say your thing first. I could bring this up at any point. It pertains to sex, so,
There's
you know.
weird, like... I mean, that's cool. There's weird, like, little white floaty things in my juice, and I don't know how to feel about that. Go on.
Floaty things matter. I don't know where I'm going with this. Believe
Something impregnation. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, sure. I was going to say... So, Heather, are you intimately familiar with the Swedish pop group Dolly Style? They've been in Melody Festival a couple of times. They've never actually made it to Eurovision. Have you heard of them?
I'm scared of where this is gonna go, but no.
Just,
Up on Dolly style?
Yesterday or the day before, I finally realized their name is a portmanteau of doll and doggy style. Fucky fucky.
Oh, I thought it was something to
Delightful.
do with the sheep clone.
Oh.
You know, Dolly style. You know what happens when you fuck a clone, right? Right?
That was the onomatopoeia for me grabbing the Lisbon
I'm
lampshade.
drinking you!
Good grief. Anyway, as ever, I get rather paranoid about exactly how Twitch feels about me talking before I start my streams, so...
How dare you?
That's it. I'm just reminded of Shadow the Hedgehog loves his chicken nuggies. And so here we are.
Is that just because my voice is so shot? I spent all of this morning voicing the tiger in Phoenix Wright. It hurt.
Lozzie has arrived. And
Yay.
has OBS already forgotten which window the game is in? New record! For, I don't even, there we go.
Ooh, record!
Now, how loud is this? Is this too loud? Can I exist? Because I don't know how to exist. But we've been over this. Now the thing is, I kind of want to just play the whole game with debug mode on because I'm cheap as piss, but...
Oh, you're adorable.
But...
Go for it.
But no, you want the raw, authentic experience. Now I'm torn. Do I do the Sonic? Do I do the Tails? Do I do the Red Boy?
Knuckles and Knuckles. Do the Knuckles and Knuckles, man.
I mean, I do hate Mirage Saloon Act 1, so... Wait, can you do Knuckles and Knuckles outside of no save?
You mean inside of save? No.
Oh, well, that's just racist then. Well, here are the other save files I have. I've not particularly been going for Chaos Emeralds, as you can sort of tell. Well, yeah, I've not done a Sonic-only run yet, so I'll fly completely in the face of what I already said and do a Sonic-only run.
How dare you?
How dare I? But yes, is the game, like, too loud compared to the everything else audio? Because it's in my ears and I'm
From the
struggling
little
to tell.
bit I checked, it's a little on the loud side, but it should be fine.
I can fix that. Completely silence the game.
Just mute everything.
There we go. That sounds better in my ears anyway. No, Lozzie, I'm in the Discord thing. You could join if you so desire. We can make it a threesome. With your blessing, Heather.
Why stop at 3?
Yeah. Alex, Joff,
Get over here.
Timothy Brendleblamp, Jonathan Brandt, the only man in the world.
The only man in the world. God, that is fun to do.
I forgot just how good the drop dash thing is, and I forget why it exists. It just does.
I much prefer it to either of the other abilities available in the game. because when I first played the game, I was like, I'm really not gonna have any use for this, but it takes momentum way better than anything else Sonic's ever had. In my honest, most humble of opinions, there is only the drop dash now. No classic Sonic game would be complete without it.
But every classic Sonic game is without it.
Actually, Sonic after the sequel's creator basically added it back in. People have hacked it into Sonic 1 and Sonic 3, and that's really all I need. Because fuck Sonic 2.
I swear that one gets me every time.
Oh my god, you're going this way? What the fuck?
Well, I've done this special stage so many damn times, and I've never gone in the correct direction, and I didn't press the button in time. I will own that.
Why are you going backwards?
Because I have
Holy
tried
shit.
doing that special stage the normal way so many times, and it just hasn't. So, I'm trying to be experimental. Give the people on Twitch something to... Give them a reason to watch my stream as opposed to the 17 others who are streaming this game right now.
See, normally I'm the one advocating for that shit, but no, you don't do that one backwards. It's gonna make me itch something fierce now. How dare you?
Everything's your fault, Heather.
I mean, that's a given, right? Now you have to go after the Chaos Emerald stuff. That's my rule.
Nah.
But
Mo-
these special stages are so good.
Well, yes. To the point that in the hypothetical, not really Danganronpa, but I'd like to make it a thing if I could.
Oh my
I
god.
I want one of the I want that game's version of the what's it called, the logic dive thing. I want to replace that with what I'm prototypically calling a logic heist that's loosely based on that of this game. I don't know how that would work, but I would make it work. What the I don't think I've seen
You
this
have
one
to
before. Unless I
steal
have.
the logic away from UFOs before time runs out?
Yes. UFOs are a given in this particular instance. I'm not even gonna go for a perfect because I've done the ones that I can do, and I'm just not going to. So please allow your loins
It's
to
a
itch, my dear.
cheese. Oh no, these I don't really give a fuck about. It's the Chaos Emerald ones I care about.
Well, no, we've had that discussion. It's just I'm not gonna go for the perfects, whereas I know you would because you're you.
Oh, that kind of itch. I thought you were implying something else. No,
Yes, chronic
you can do what
vagugliosis.
you like. Vagugliosis.
Well, I know if something ends in itis, then it's the inflammation of something. So I don't know about osis. That just implies some sort of syndrome, as far as I'm concerned.
See, having a swollen vaguglio would be, not a bad thing. Anyway, what were we talking about? Hi.
Engorge.
Engorge bird.
So, just on behalf of people in another Discord server that I'm in, when are we going to start on Danganronpa V3? Because I know that's a thing that people have been asking about.
Fucking, I honestly thought you meant that was gonna start tomorrow, in which case I was all geared up to start it tomorrow.
Hello!
Losford!
Heather! Hey, it's been ages. How have you been?
Girl.
I can't even tell anymore.
It feels like literal years. How have you been?
Tess, why are you not with that? I've been. I've also coffee and lima, and yeah, no, that's about it.
That's cool.
I've been taking a break from Sonic, and I feel healthier as a result.
You've been taking a break from a lot of things, to be fair. Such
Alright,
as
look you.
D's nuts, question mark.
I never take a break from at least not in spirit.
Okay, now I have a question that's pertinent to this particular part of the game. So you know there's an achievement for getting
good fuck.
the monitor things from underneath the ground. Are those in fixed positions for every Act 1? Are you supposed to just know where they
just
are?
like in 3. Or just keep experimenting. If
Yes, but you have to
always
complete the
explore
level
different-
every damn time in order to do that experimentation, though.
Yeah, but it's like in Sonic 3. Sometimes they put them around things. Like, I'm pretty sure that purple flower on the left is a marker for the 10 ring dots.
Yes, but I can't be bothered, though. I don't actually... Like, I'm less anal about identifying as a Sonic fan, and yet you're the one who knows these things better, and I'm the one who cares substantially fewer.
I know, I'm the loser. Don't worry, I'm well aware. Let me put it this way. I was vaguely roped into a Sonic 06 stream. I was just in the chat for the whole thing, although they kept saying, well, you should just fucking get in here. But basically, the entire time, they were like, so how does this work? And I was like,
Well, the technical whatevers of this.
and I like broke it all down, like badly broke it all down for them. And like I know that game way more in and out than I do any physical lover I've ever had. Yeah, no, I've got problems when it comes to Sonic.
Yes. I won't even try to defend you on that front.
I wasn't even. Yeah, no, don't. It's a lost cause and a losing battle, among other things. No. But no, don't ever defend me on this shit. I'm fucking bad. I like Sonic. That's already my problem right there.
Yeah, sounds random, right? Anyway, Heartbeat and Weeble are both here. Congratulations, hello. I just finished a special bonus stage and I'm going back into one because there are just too many checkpoints. It's like the Too Many Checkpoints mod, except that mod doesn't exist, there are just checkpoints.
Too many checkpoints. Too many checkpoints.
Which reminds me, Heather, there is a YouTube poop that I want to send you after this stream that just happens to contain just a jingle that entertains me. And I could quote it now, but it might spoil the surprise. I don't care about perfects.
Okay. How dare you? That's the most fun part about the GBA one. No, sorry, fucking
No.
GB, Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Hui. Ooh, and now I am made of fire. Looks like only fire lives here now. But yeah, so did we reach a conclusion pertinent to the Danganronpa situation? Is it just going to be at some point in the relatively near future? Could it tomorrow, or would it be a different flavor of day depending on availabilities? Because like, I sort of want to get into a regular schedule of streaming, but at the same time, and I would want to pursue, I don't know, like Twitch wants me to have regular habits where I stream on multiple days, and I want to please.
I mean, Wednesday is always good for me. If you want to drag me on to Wednesdays, I can do those consistently.
Well, consistency is a good flavor of thing. I mean, we can maybe do tomorrow as well. It sort of depends on university stuff, really. Whereas Wednesday is a day that I've set aside, and also I've toyed with the idea of streaming on weekends as well. So we'll see how that works out.
I hate this one, by the way.
Oh, so do I. I've done it exactly once before, and I think it was on a no-save file, but either way, I didn't actually succeed at it, so it's just timing.
Well, it would save it if you perfected it anyway.
And I missed one.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you do it. It basically.
Well, it's because I've silver medaled some of them in a no-save file, and it kept giving them to me in. It didn't like. That's two of us now. It hasn't removed them from the roster, is what I'm trying to say.
Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to gold them before it starts moving.
Well, in my experience, like, it'll take out ones that I've silvered so that I don't silver them again. So I'd imagine it would start bringing them back once I get all the silvers, and then it'd be like, okay, and well, now you need to be gold. You must shower in gold, noob.
I never silvered any of them on purpose.
And I'm just a scrub who takes no interest in flavor cake. See, what's the point of this? Why am I just flavors? Oh. That was surprisingly considerate. Oh no, it's the wrong direction. Yes, Heartbeat, I everything worked out in the end. And I'm sort of surprised that, I was able to get... I didn't know that was a platform! I am offended by the fact that I just took damage there because I thought I was going to fall back down. How dare you? Well, yeah, I got both reviews done. I semi-panicked with Spain because halfway through my camera started sort of complaining of low battery situations, and so... Oh, excuse me for not being too close. And excuse you further. Boink. I shall boink you. And a third boink.
You know you can touch this guy's legs and they don't damage you, right?
Well, that's racist and offensive.
Uh-huh. No, I 100% agree.
So excuse you, but I was at the height of my job. Okay, so that's a valid question. There is the 24th of February, right? There are 6 countries that all reveal their Eurovision songs at once, and then also the day after that, Romania also releases theirs. Excuse you, that is not how physics works. You cannot damage me like that. So yeah, I'm going to suffer, is basically my answer to that. Now, were you trying to say a thing there, Heather? Because I didn't hear you over the game and my own speech.
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay. Because last year, when there was a day that 6 countries... Because last year was the first time that I've been reviewing that there have been 6 countries at once. So I did 3 on one day, 3 on the next. But in this case, it's going to be 3 on one day, 3 on the next, and then, like, a 4th one that's, like, a day late or something. I don't know. I shall suffer.
Stand tight.
I will say, though, that they did a better job with the Phantom Ruby in this game than they did in Forces. And did they only...
That's not saying much.
Well, I know. That's the point. Also, why did these games like Chemical Plant so much? I mean, this game did a much better job with Chemical Plant than Generations did, but still. Like, just why keep bringing it back? There were other levels in that game. How dare you, sir? Like, you know, Aquatic Ruin was fun. Casino Night was fun, question mark. And Wood Zone that never was.
Would the zone, never was the zone. See, I'm torn because literally every instance that Chemical Plant has come back, I've loved it immensely. And it usually ends up being one of my favorite stages in the game. So I should hate the fact that it keeps coming back, and yet I don't hate any instance individually of it coming back. It's more the principle of the thing.
Okay, I'm doing a special stage here. Happy now?
No, because you're doing it begrudgingly. It doesn't count then.
See, it gives me a chance to think about the logic heist, and I still don't know how gameplay of that would work. But I know it would be like this sort of thing where, like, there's some sort of 3D and, I don't know, build the question by collecting speed, and then chase the correct UFO. And the answer is not Security Caramel. What were you saying?
Oh no, I just love this song so much.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Bone on the meat. That had nothing to do with the logic knives. It's a Danganronpa meme. I do love how you can. Well, I'm sure you can beat all of them on Mach 2, but I know you could definitely beat the first one on Mach 2. So there you go.
Mach 1. Actually,
that doesn't surprise me.
Mach 1.
Excuse you, it's clearly pronounced Mach.
Doesn't mean I can. Oh, sorry. Mach 2.
Meh. What does even? I mean, I know there's like a. It's got something to do with like the unit of time-space used to measure the speed of light sound or something, but I don't.
Sound.
I jumped. I object to this.
A Mach 7 jet flies 7 times the speed of sound.
Did we really need a word for that?
Apparently.
I'm playing too many of these stages because I hate and have always hated Blue Sphere, and yet here we are. Oh.
Why are you playing Blue Sphere? Just stick to the UFO shit.
But I want the medals.
Yeah, but...
I mean, it's sort of like saying, hey Tess, you could have a piece of mediocre cake if you look at this boob. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to look at boobs, but you are offering free cake, so I'm at least going to consider it. I'm not gay, I swear. I just find human breasts to be vulgar, okay? How did we get onto this topic?
How did we get on this subject? I don't know. Maybe I'm just making you think of things.
Fucking milk party, that is all.
I'm so glad I got you to read that.
I looked at 3 pages and then I noped out.
Which is sad, because that means you... Today is fucking Wednesday! Oh my god! I'm dumb.
Well, yeah, what did you think it was? It is Wednesday, my dude. Ah! You know?
Fuck, I've been seeing it all day, too, and I just never even read it.
Twice in a row. I swear, I
Now I feel
can
dumb.
make turns. And I know I'm going, like, a much longer way than I need to, but hey, it's a direction. I'm going in a direction. I'm picking a direction and literally running with it.
You're having it in a way.
I didn't turn because I was looking at the ring counter and thought, oh hey, I only need to get 2 more blue spheres. There's 2, there's 1, that should be it. You're a terrible influence on me, Heather. It's your fault just because you're here.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a given. I thought that. I'm just distracted. That's all.
Well, not in the way that you're hoping, but yes.
God damn it! Well, give me time. I'll get...
So is there a specific button you're supposed to mash to not get got by the wasp things, or was it just ignoring my ass?
You kinda gotta waggle the control stick around.
Well, I was mashing literally every button known to the universe, and it was just like, nah, bro.
Oh, I've never been caught by this, so I don't know. And by never been caught, I literally mean I've never been hit. Interesting thing, they've got a higher grab range than they do in Sonic
Nothing
2.
touched me, and also, it's oh please nerf. I swear it's got like 1 hit left on it. And I'm mediocre at these bosses because usually, when I play this game for leisure, I play this game for leisure. I skip the bosses.
How dare you.
Well, I'm not a big fan of there being act bosses as well as level bosses, so shut up. Especially Stardust Speedway, except whoops, spoilers, Stardust Speedway's in this game.
I don't know anyone who hasn't seen these games levels yet, especially with all those goddamn thumbnails with the fucking... Oh my god, I hate you so much.
Yep,
Sorry.
I hate those
really
also.
Hate those, like... Thank you.
Where it's
They're
like
still
all
cropping up for fucking Odyssey, and it's like, why? Why are you doing this to me?
The music of this level is very good though, so there is that.
It's inspired partially by Wacky Workbench, and it's fucking fantastic.
Tasty. See, I did see... Excuse you, I was in attack phase. How dare you take rings away from me? It wasn't even sparking, it's a racist pancake. Yeah, I remember seeing a trailer for Mania that was Act 2 of Chemical Plant as played by Tails, and it's just... Like, why would you advertise that knowing that you took out the animation of him being cute and soggy at the start of Act 1? It's so cute!
Yeah, why did they take that out? Have they ever confirmed?
I don't know, and I've seen it as well. It's such a cute animation. As as has been established, Tails is Ginger Husbando.
Ginger?
Do you mean to insinuate that he is not?
He's yellow.
He's Ginger. There are several flavors
No,
of
that's
ginger.
Knuckles. Knuckles is a literal redhead.
Yes, that's not the same thing though. He's literally red. He's simply red. He's Red October.
Red cyst.
I will apologize for no things. Boink. Is there any, the red and blue lights on these spiral things, are they, like, an actual indicator of go through the blue one, it's the good way? Or is it just random colors?
Oh, I thought they phased in and out, like they changed colors.
Oh good, it's this one again.
The fact that they're red and blue on that. I never figured out whether or not it was implying something. I just kind of always took it to mean like they're 2 different pathways and they're somewhat knocked off by that. Kind of like how in Carnival Night, it was whatever direction you didn't jump inside of.
Because it's like... blue tends to be the harder of the two to get to. Like, relatively, just because the momentum of the stage will push you towards the red one naturally, so I'm just guessing that it may be a leg of toast.
However, I'm also pretty sure blue is always on the left, so...
Well, it's like the opposite of UK politics, because every time, and I did not turn that soonly, because the left party is red and the middle right party is blue. That's... I don't even want to talk any further about it, because politics is never a good thing to talk about, but that's colours. End of thought. That's colours, trademark.
Fall apart when I get them. Anyway.
What are you talking about? Pulling pineapples?
What? No, I was singing fucking speed with your heart. Yeah, that's the name of it.
Oh.
I was playing Colors DS a while back, and
One of the best things about the DS version of Colors is it has a fucking sound test. So
it also has the best ending to... Oh my god, that final boss is... And they've been ripping off the Wii version ever since. Why? Just go with the DS version. That was the most clever thing you've ever done, Sega.
I object. I want to go in this direction. Wow, that was a mistake. That's what I get for exploring pathways. Oh god, bloody the politics of breakfast. Nobody wanted it, and that's the end of my thoughts on breakfast. Wow, politics really is a conversation killer. Also, Tails' sprites for this sequence are so fucking cute, and also I don't have mad Puyo Puyo skills, so I don't know what the elite strategies for this are, so...
How dare you?
Well, I don't care about puzzle games of this nature.
Care. It's something Sega produced, and so ended up on a Nintendo console, so how dare you?
How dare I? Like this. Dares! You know.
What's this?
Oh.
God, you're getting so many single chains. Have you no Dr. Mario pride, man?
No, for I have never even touched.
The hell? What? But the mean beans and the fucking fuck.
I care not.
Meanwhile, Robotnik's doing far worse, mind you, but that's
yes,
okay.
that's very much the intention. Because I'm doing the bare minimum to succeed. I am a student after all. C's get degrees, as they say.
Did they say that?
Except they don't actually do degrees that, like, that's not how grading works at university, but hey, university grades are dumb.
See, I was honestly under the impression that, you know, between C and F, obviously, Celsius is better.
Speak up, Eva. Again.
What? No, I'm right on the mic. I'm fucking eating my mic. What do you want me to do?
Is that a euphemism?
Yes. No. No, I really am just swallowing the thing.
No. Also, I normally do a lot better at this anyway, which, oh, sure you do, Tess, because you... But no, really. I don't normally get this build-up of clear things.
I'm just being distracted.
Why, have you just remembered that you have breasts?
What? No, I haven't taken off my shirt yet. I'd have to take off my headphones to do that.
Because, of course, it's such a... I don't know where I'm going with this thought, but it is such a...
Neither do I.
Whatever I was going to say, it is such. But yes, Tails' sprites for that game are just so cute.
And I have yet to play as Tails in this game, I just realized. Wow.
But Tails' everything is cute. So, yeah. Now, okay, I know I've bitched to you about this before, but... Okay, zone transitions. They have them and then they give up on them halfway through the game. Like, why? Either have them or don't.
Well, you see, we gotta be inspired by the entire series, not just Sonic 3. You know, the one really good one.
But just, it's just stupid. Either have them or don't have them. Don't start with them and then take them out. Like, that's the most stupid of the various options. Oh, I wondered what that was, and then I realized, first of all, oh, is it one of those, like, clicky counter things, counting the number of salts that I have? But then it occurred to me that you might just be imitating the foof. You know, the foof, when you imitate the foof.
Lozzie, are you imitating the foof?
What?
Hi.
Hey. I'm on my phone because my computer keeps being, like, incredibly fucky.
Okay. So, yes, it was the
I
foof
I
then.
mean, I tend to be incredibly...
It was the foof. I think it's not my computer confusing my microphones again, it is literally just connecting and then disconnecting itself.
That's dumb.
Oh, they're talking about boobs, I shall disconnect you from this chat.
Trying to censor you, keep you safe from my bad influence.
And you are a bad influence.
Very.
But I don't want to be safe from your bad influence, I want to be influenced badly, I have too many good people in my life.
Hi.
I want to understand that.
That was good.
I mean, I have Tess, for example. He is a very good person to have in life.
Tess is far too good for his own good.
Yes.
Yes, girl, Queen Slay.
Yes, girl, queen, slay. Great.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, excuse you, I jumped. But, yes, between the last Danganronpa stream and this one, Heather and I have both watched the entirety of the Danganronpa 3 anime, and I believe... It's so good. Yeah, you watched the subtitles, I watched the dub for all of them except for episode Hope, because that just didn't have a dub. Or it does, but it just wasn't online. So...
Wait, fucking the Nagito versus the world, whatever. That's got a dub, but the
I don't
Hope
actually
arc
remember.
doesn't?
That might have had that might have only been subbed as well. But the point is, are you or are you not aware of the scene where spoiler character Ultimate Despair 1 meets spoiler character Ultimate Despair 2, and just the former's first words to the latter are first name, surname, yes, queen. Literally, that is what is said. And I'm being really cagey about spoilers, even though I know everyone here is familiar with the spoilers or doesn't care, but still. I would like to know how they subtitled that.
Sonic stream. See, I don't remember, because I'm having a hard time remembering which one is 1 and which one is 2. Oh, you mean... Oh, yeah, no, I don't think she did that. Oh, shit, gender, fuck. Spoiler character 1, ultimately, I'm pretty sure just put on, like, a very, like, I don't know, it felt very fangirly, and I like that, but I don't think it was Yas Queen.
Well, it was Yas Queen in the dub, as has been highlighted by the chat.
Well, that's fine, because when Terra gets uppercutted and he just goes, Taylor Swift! I mean, it doesn't get much better than that for me, so...
Well, I have no strong opinions in the grand narrative of subs versus dubs, it's just that dubs are easier to understand because they're in English.
And I'm actually the other way around. I find it far easier to bridge the culture gap when I don't for translations as well.
But there's the whole thing of... Loza?
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, but I'm not entirely sure I understand the exact thing as to what you're talking about, like subs versus dubs.
Subtitles versus dub titles. Like, whether they translate the audio,
okay.
or if they just subtitle it.
Fair enough. I mean, I've not seen any of the Danganronpa anime.
Anime.
Is it something you would recommend that I watch at some point.
Did you like the games?
Yes.
Then, yeah.
Watch the anime based on the first game first, and if that connects with you, then go for it on the Despair and Future arcs, not in that order.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I loved him, and I didn't even finish watching the anime based on the first game, but I also watched the dub of those and the sub of these, so who knows? Crunchyroll's got it.
I did see a compilation on YouTube of supposedly cringy moments from the dub, and like none of them are cringeworthy unless you're really up yourself about. Oh no, that is not an accurate translation. They're supposed to say Tomodachi because it does not accurately represent the word friend in English. you know how sub fans can be really snobby like that. Like, all these cringy moments that are actually completely fine to someone who hasn't seen the subtitled version. Like it
I'll
works.
be honest, just dubs in general. Dubs in general get on my nerves if they don't dub them right, and
Oh, certainly.
something about the sound mix from the dub that I saw of the English version kind of started getting a bit grating for me. Not anywhere near as bad as the stuff intended for kids, mind you, but it just never clicked with me as much as the original did. I wish I could hear same voice actors being balanced about as good as they were for the game doing that shit, but nope. I can't do that because they just don't like this thing. Yeah.
And the other thing is, as well, with certainly the dub, none of them can pronounce any of the names correctly, and also they do that really weebish thing of, well, we're gonna have them do the English thing of not using honorifics for the names, but we're still gonna use the Japanese naming order. And I've bitched about this before. One or the other. Either refer to him as Naegi-kun or call him Makoto because that's his first name. You know, you don't pick and choose because, as I said, it's dumb and weeby. But like, the fact that they don't pronounce any of the names correctly. It's Togami, not Togami. It was Hagakure, not Hagakure. You know, it's really not difficult. Like the
No, it's not Hagakure. They didn't even say that. They said Hagakure. It was.
And what's weird is some of them are the same actors as from the games. How do they get it that badly wrong?
Really? Because of really bad directors. That's about it.
Like, you would have thought that, like, for instance, Makoto's voice actor. I don't know if the anime came before the like, I think it went Japanese game, anime, English version of game, or something. But the point is, there will have been a game and an anime between the production of the second game and Danganronpa 3, the anime. So surely, at the very least, the person voicing Makoto would realise that it's not pronounced Togami. He's not a Pokemon, but with one letter misplaced. Pizza.
It's a pizza? Now you're making me hungry.
And... okay.
King of hungry.
It's a pest when you're hungry.
Oh, for Pete's sake, are you ever gonna let that go, Tess?
No.
It was one bad joke made. It was one bad joke made by one brilliant college lecturer. Moving on with our lives. Are you hype for the Melody Festival and songs, Tess?
Not especially. Because people are going to pick... they're going to be like, oh my god, Marietta's going to totally win Eurovision because she's in the second half of the second semi-final. Like, for fuck's sake. That's not how it works. Also, this made me giggle the first time I played this game. Just breaking! Flying battery returns! Fuck flying battery, quite frankly. I do not like it as a stage. I would have preferred Sendopolis fight me IRL.
Did they change that for the English version? I mean, I know it's not a girl with a dog, but I think it's drawn a bit differently than in my version.
What?
Unless you didn't notice a difference, Tess, in which case never mind.
What are you referring to? Because we're having like 3 different conversations at once, which I'm okay with, but still.
The TV. The TV when it's the Eggman symbol and it's like, you know, signal lost or whatever.
Well,
Like it's doing the girl with the dog thing.
that's specific.
No, that's incredibly specific. What are you on about? That's the most specific I've ever got in my life!
Well, it's not specific enough, Heather.
Good God. Well, fine. I guess I'm just a failure then. No, the fucking, the
Yes.
white noise on TVs, and there's the color thing,
Yeah.
and there's the girl with the dog, right?
No. Are you thinking of?
Oh,
Are you thinking of BBC Test Card F? Which is a girl.
What's on that one?
A girl and a clown playing noughts and crosses.
You mean they're not fine, okay, the girl and the doggish clown. Fine, whatever. Point is, we don't have that. We just have a fucking stupid rainbow, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar with this. I'm aware of this. And
Okay.
the general
the
European
Eggman
standard.
symbol.
The general European standard is that slightly more circular one.
Really?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so
just-
the question then becomes, is it based on the Japanese, or sorry, is it based on, like, the fact that it's in the UK, and that's an UK exclusive image? Or did I have something different? 'Cause I don't know.
And it could just be Europe and Japan because we have the same TV standard spec. It's just America that's different, I think. So it could just be based on that. And I was going to address the participants of the final killing game, which incidentally, I knew there was a killing game in the 3 anime, and yet it still surprised me when I actually saw it happen. Like, wait, they're gonna do a killing game? I knew to expect it, and yet it still surprised me. So I didn't like Seiko at first, and then I did, and then I very did, and then spoiler things happened.
Seko, which one is that?
The pharmacist.
Oh!
Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
get
know
a point.
why anyone would have any sympathy for Baruka at all, because just she has the least compelling reason for being a dick, a lady dick, if you will, a bonerina.
There's, oh my god, weirdly enough, as evil sound, I actually do sympathize. But not probably for the same reason writing comes across as, because I think there's something clearly missed between, translation.
Well, the whole, like, is there a more compelling reason in the Japanese? Because in the English, it's just, Seiko would never eat my sweets, what a bitch! Like, she literally has a medical
Okay,
reason for
yeah.
not eating your confectionaries, which are decidedly not sweets. So, give
The
the poor
way
girl
that it
some
was,
slack.
The way it was written made a little more sense. It went more to the effect of, making sweets are the only thing I'm good at. How
Well, that was
can I
mentioned.
trust someone who? Well, how can I trust someone who can't even appreciate the only thing I'm good at? It
But
was
that's,
a very
that's still a really selfish way
self-doubting
of thinking.
thing.
Because it's like, oh
Well,
no.
fucking yeah, it's selfish, but
Oh no, I can never trust her because she has a medical reason for like that's like saying I can't trust someone who has diabetes. Well, that's you can't say that because that's stupid and like I don't care if you live for making confectionaries that clearly aren't sweet. Like if she can't eat them, she can't eat them.
See, I'm reading into it more, but also less. So I mean, take that as you will.
Baruka is just unnecessarily mean. Also, was she
Yes,
deliberately called that
that is
because like because it sounds
Yes,
like
yes, she was.
well, yes, because they gave her a name, but like because it sounds like Baruka Salt because Baruka.
Yes, no, absolutely.
Oh,
Although
okay.
I don't think I'm trying to figure out if if they like spelled it out in the subs or not. Did they ever? Well, obviously they called her by her last name. For the most part, I honestly never.
that was one of the weird
latched
ones
onto
where-
Rebecca.
Like, they referred to her as Baruka a fair bit in the dub, which is weird because that's her first name. Like, all the others they refer to by their surname, and yet Baruka was in, like, one of the few. Whereas, like, I couldn't tell you what Izuyo's first name is because they literally never used it.
Izui being
I believe that was the blacksmith. So, Baruka's bitch boy.
right, right. Yeah, no. They used it once near the beginning, and I totally missed it.
But yes, I do not enjoy Flying Battery, and I never have, by the way. Sonosuke, that sounds
There's a really
familiar.
great breakdown of why this is a far better version of the stage than the original.
Oh, I mean, you're not wrong. I don't even need it explained to me. Like, you know, it's got the chicken people. It has an outside bit which is very cleverly implemented, and it doesn't have the Like, I liked how they looked, the swirly whirly platform things, but they also, like, my hatred of crush damage sort of outweighs anything they could have brought to the table, so at the very least those are absent, so that's good. But I hate the Act 2 boss of this level, and I appreciate the design and how people missaw it as like, Omelette, or as I call her, Florence, because Florence in the Machine, but also ex-Florentine. But it's just fucky. I could do it, I can just never do it well. Which is a shame, because your prize for doing it is Press Garden, and Press Garden is my favourite level in this game. And Press Garden 1, mind you, as well, because, like, everyone seems to fadwank over Press Garden 2, but no, Press Garden 1 MVP.
You and I have a very similar definition of what beautiful is, Tess, and I think we both get hit by something with Press Garden 1 while everyone else is like, oh look, it's a Japanese garden, it's so beautiful, oh, practice, so, yeah.
And as for Ms. Gecko Gahara, I'm not surprised at the spoiler aspect, but I am surprised that they actually made reference to that whole bundle of references. They made reference to Ultra Despair Girls. That surprised me. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't see that coming. What?
What was that? That was incredible!
Was that you, Laura?
Me just getting comfy on my bed.
It sounded like the onomatopoeia for a vagina closing shut. It's closed forever now. Oh.
No.
Like if you don't use it for long enough, then it just heals itself shut.
What the fuck,
Well, more accurately, there was someone that I went to high school with who genuinely thought that at the point of menopause, the uterus falls out, and then the vagina heals itself closed forever.
Yes!
This guy wanted to leave high school and become a doctor. I hope for the sake of humanity that he didn't. I wouldn't wish failure on anyone, but I mean, there's a limit. This is the same guy who, when I turned up at school with a chronic case of laryngitis...
He the laryngitis story.
Yeah, this guy, I had laryngitis, so I couldn't speak. So I could only whisper. And so I said to him, I have laryngitis. Oh my god, you have meningitis? You're going to die! No. There are a number of things wrong with that statement.
Like, one, you didn't die, because clearly you're alive, I think, unless you're a ghost.
Yeah.
Or a figment
Tess
of
is totally a ghost.
Yeah.
First my sister, and now Tess. Who's next?
I see dead people.
It's not that my sister's dead, it's just that she floats in and out of work a lot, so people just think she's a ghost.
Floaty, floaty. I like the noise those things make. Where they put you down and it's
just like Tess will float from one buffet table to the other.
You'll float too.
They float! They all float! Oh. Sorry. I really get into my head.
Oh.
What? What the heck is a Pennywise?
Who the fuck is Smee?
Is Pennywise that clown?
Yes!
That clown
Yes!
from the... I was going to say from that
That one anime.
card thing. What?
You know, Stephen King, the anime.
There was actually somebody who drew an anime version of that. It's the most incredible thing. Oh my god.
Good.
Sorry.
Also,
Are you okay, Heather?
I'm fine.
so,
I'm fine.
Heather, question. The,
Oh dear.
you know the platforms in this stage, if you go through these windows you get an achievement, by the way. It's these ones specifically. Yay. You know the platforms that are magnetized towards the magnet ceilings that you can stand on?
Uh-huh.
Do those crush you if you stand underneath them when they come back down, and if so, is it fatal?
In the original they did. I think in this they changed how hitboxes work with crushy things, and you can't get crushed by something that also damages you. Okay.
As I said,
Don't quote me on that, because I have never found out. But
because I hate crush damage, amongst many things. I also hate stealth games, and yet as of today, I've started my Let's Play of Sly Cooper. So, logic. You know, where is the lie?
you have? Yay!
Did you not see that?
Yay! I'm blind.
I started watching it, and then I got notified that you were streaming, so I just sort of stopped watching it for the time being.
What?
What?
You know, Also, how is my bitrate? Because OBS keeps freaking out, and like I've lost 22.7% of frames, which is offending. 22.6 now. Like, why? Whomst? Florence. I don't like this boss.
No, she's later.
Excuse you?
But Tess, it's so good.
No.
It's worth noting that it's very hard to get underneath most of them in this case. But the only stage I ran into crush damage in was Sonic Mania.
I fucking hate this boss.
Tess, no.
You're gonna stand here and say, "Oh, you're doing everything wrong." Like, I'm doing my best, and also.
No, I'm not yet. Hang on. Wait until I can actually see how bad you're doing. Then I'll tell you. You're doing
Like,
it all
even
wrong.
then, like, this is a particularly bad run of a boss that I'm already bad at. Like, I'm not usually as terrible as this, which I know I say that every damn stream, but it's true. There's something about the streamer's Let's Play curse. Also, that fucking hitbox, when you hit the bumper in the middle, it takes a moment of invincibility damage, so that when you bounce off the, like, because you can't let go of that spinning, like, tower thing, you have no choice but to launch right through her, and because she has no, I'm referring to her as she, but it is just Eggman but upside down. I didn't see anything else until the fandom started acting up, but because there's no collision at all, you go right through it, and you're forced to take damage against the spike wall, which is dumb.
No, you can. Why? You can just, like, ride the thing up. There's no crush damage there.
But you get, it forces you to, and also, like, a lot of the time, I just don't like the physics of this boss. Because there's that
Tess,
shit
you
as
can
well.
just-
I hate it so much,
Just
and you
sit
can,
on the thing.
you can't talk
If
me
you
out of
ride
it.
the pillar up, you just land.
Yeah, I'm familiar, but it's still a nuisance, especially if everything lines up so that it looks like you can definitely land a hit in, but whoops, no
Okay, that
collision.
I'll-
It's so dumb! I hate it so much!
However, also, you're just running into her and jumping, so you're hitting with no, and I'm still saying her, my god. You need to spin dash and then hit her on a 45 to launch her up.
At this point, I just want to keep her at a level where I could... See, what has this fandom done to us? As I said, I never saw Florence until they started saying, "Oh, by the way, have you seen?" And I'm just like, are you people stupid? That's clearly Eggman upside down. Oh, now I can't unsee it. But
It's
bothers
just a
unsee
fucking
what?
tiara!
it bothers me more that they're like, "Oh yes, clearly her name is Eggette." Like, that's not a name. Florence is a mission.
Eggette's kind of simple. Well, you know what
Florence is a name and it's a pun.
The thing is that the artist who came up with it was like, I guess she'd be called Eggette, and some people are like, well, we need to stay true to the artist's vision. When
It
really
wasn't
just,
the artist's
yeah,
vision,
that
though.
feeling.
And I hate that sort of snobbery. Also, is there any way of busting these boxes without coming back with a fire shield?
I don't.
And also, is there some way of getting Tails and Knuckles to use the fire shield? Because otherwise, like, what's the point of even doing this level with them? This is the only special stage whose location I've actually committed to memory. Because I love Press Garden.
What?
Alas, the further you get through the special stages, the more out of practice I am with them, because I don't think I've ever actually played all of them. Though I did use the stage select cheat code to at least experience the egg
Wait.
reverie.
The only way you've committed this to memory, though, is just because it's the launch base one, right?
Pretty much. Well, I know the rough whereabouts of well, I don't know if there's only one in some levels, I don't know. But I know where there is a special stage in Act 2, I don't know if it's the only one. And I'm not entirely 100% on how you get to it, but I know the rough locale of it.
there's at least 2 in every stage except Titanic Monarch.
And when you say stage, is that act or just overall?
Act.
See,
There's at least 2 in every act except Titanic Monarch is 1 and 1.
see, I was not aware of this, but then I've not really gone out of my way to look, so, you know. I just play the game
No,
for the fun of it.
I'm not blaming you. I'm not like, why don't you know that, Tess? Like, I'm the only one who really cares about the fucking map design.
Because please, I'm the ultimate clairvoyant, not the ultimate games designer. Hiromasa Ushinoka.
You could have been an ultimate games designer, Tess.
Yeah, but I kind of half stole that.
But then you did media instead, and you can now be the greatest radio presenter to ever hit this side of the BBC.
Ah yes, beep beep, see, it's ready to toot.
Radio toot.
You know, where you just turn on, tune in, and
Oh my god.
Or is it that you turn on and tune in and then toot?
Turn in, turn on, and drop out.
tune in,
know,
plug
toot.
in, and turn on to the conch.
And you'll find yourself in a land of pure imagination.
Meow.
Come with me and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. Why am I singing?
If you wish to view paradise, simply look around and view it.
Around and do it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it.
I want the world. I want the whole world.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. I don't know that song.
I'm kind of working on changing pretty big right now. Sorry to disappoint.
Meow.
No, I meant like don't change your sense of humor. I give up.
I remember using this particular part of the level in the Patreon video where I was like, oh my god, they used a printing press as a musical instrument, get out of town. That part of the level will always remind me of that. Because, you know, get out of town, wizard. Ah! You should know better than to take tea out of the feet of a Brit. I meant to say out from under, and it's just, you milk my foot, you get tea.
Just extract tea from your foot.
Yes, human, rub my toe beans.
I don't want to rub your toe beans, Tess. I mean, I know I'm coming over to yours in May, but I am bringing Philly G with me. Or toe beans.
Oh, but Philly will.
Oh!
Yeah, maybe he might. Heather.
Yeah?
I don't even think you're mad. Wait, why are we doing like my really bad impression of a certain Eurovision blogger's intro?
Because Lozai!
TessHex!
And I don't know enough to continue the meme. Because clearly it's a meme.
I know, they just end with let's do this.
Oh, if
They
you
just
get
end
here,
their
you get an
intro with,
achievement as well. This is the achievement room. We're wreaking havoc at the
What?
propaganda
Really?
factory.
Really? How do I not know this shit?
Really?
I'm supposed to be the obsessive Sonic fan. I don't achievements.
Well, maybe you should. I am fond of achievements.
There's one per level, right? Like there was originally supposed to be for Generations. Also,
Not
this
quite, I
is
don't
where
think.
you fucking. Oh.
But I do appreciate how, in this game, the shields do so many different dynamic things. Like the fire does fiery things, and that like the electric shield is magnetic and other shit. And I don't like this mini boss, even though it's not really that bad. It's just an inconvenience.
Well, the thing was that by technicality, everyone always wanted the magnet shield, but the bubble shield is technically the most overpowered. It's also the only one that won't go away with the whatnot and stuff and the hoo-ha. So, so I get like why they wanted the other two shields to sort of be upped to be more valuable. I still kind of just want more shields. Have you ever seen the fan games and the shit they come up with?
I've seen a leaf shield.
Leaf shield, I actually.
Like, it was in like a ROM hack that I played. I forget which one. I think it was based on like a Mega Man thing. I don't know. Like, well, the idea for the shield was anyway.
Interesting.
I don't know what it actually did.
Gotcha.
Also,
See, that's what I'm curious about. I less care about the graphics and more like what the hell they pulled off of it. Spike Shield is the really obvious one I think most people come up with. No, Tess,
Also-
you gotta get under it.
Also, are the blades just made of glass, or are they supposed to be ice because it's like foreshadowing?
I think it's supposed to be ice. Also, why are you doing this to yourself? No, you lost all your rings, and now I'm miserable. You have to bed.
Yeah, I know how it works. I'm just being lazy. Stop right there. Okay, don't rise and then put the one that's not broken right in my way. I don't like this boss because it's fussy. There we go. It only needed one more hit anyway. Plus, don't you need to sort of suck infinite booty in order to... Oh, wait, never mind. I was going to say to clear the room so that you even have a shot at getting the underfloor heating, but no.
Did I hear something about my booty?
No, other infinite, Jesus.
Tass? Will you be recording your reactions to the UK national final?
I hadn't planned on it, but maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I'll be watching it by myself this year because nobody in my family seems that interested, and I'm not over at Philly G's, but Philly G said that he'd watch it.
Heather, will you be
So
watching?
yay. Hype.
Watching what?
The UK national final, obviously, because you gave me your opinions on the various songs.
Oh, right. I just kind of want to know who wins. I don't really care about the whole selection process.
Oh.
Good. You are like most people.
I'm really boring, alright?
It's okay.
I mean,
You
to be
know
fair,
me by now. I'm
to be
really
fair,
bad about that.
they should be doing more to make the show like desirable to watch, because we've had it going for 3 years now and it's still only 90 minutes, and it is going to be on BBC Two, isn't it? Because I know the first year it was on BBC 4 and they moved it to BBC Two, and that was a good thing, and I don't remember whether they've moved it back or not, because I know they moved something. I think it's the semi-finals they put back on BBC 4 for some reason, which I know there was a year where they were on BBC Two.
I can't remember if they're still on BBC Two or if it's moved back to BBC 4. But all I do know is that they should really announce like the rest of the results, even if it's just after the show, because it would be nice to know that who came second and third and all that jazz. But
Yeah.
no, they only seem
Plus
to announce the winner.
Like, what's the point of having it, like, announcing, oh, it's 50-50 public and jury, if you're not going to tell us what difference that made? Otherwise, you might as well just say, oh, it's 100% televote, and then lie about the result. Or, oh, it's 100% jury, and then just decide the result behind closed doors. You know, what's the point of it being a selection if you're not going to be transparent about the results? That's the whole point, and that's the incentive to vote, to let people see what impact their phone call has made. Or is that just me being a foolish millennial with ideas above my station, BBC?
I know where you're coming from. I mean, I was actually having this discussion. I was having a discussion with my dad about the UK national selection only the other day, and he was just like, "Oh, it's on at 7:30, which means it's on at a time where the teeny boppers will vote. So it will be a teeny bopper song and not an actual proper Eurovision song." And it doesn't really matter what we vote for anyway, because we can't vote for ourselves anyway.
Well, if you don't have a song you can't get behind, then who else is going to vote for it? But also, why the fuck is it on a Wednesday? Why the fuck? Because it was on a Friday 2 years in a row, and now it's on a Wednesday for some reason. Like, please.
It's on a Wednesday, my dudes.
Feeling good on a
It's
Wednesday
so
with
that-
the sparkling thoughts.
It's so Jazz or Liam can be husbando hump day. I don't know. Nah, Mons is husbando hump day, clearly.
Well, I remain team... Is it pronounced Asander? Because my mother was convinced there was an H in there, and the mother there is not. By the way, Team Legends, because we la legends tonight.
But
Now, has this stream been unwatchable? Because I'm still at 22.5% dropped frames, and I don't know why, because the internet's fine, and OBS is fine, well, OBS has been having a bit of a panic attack, but, like, I don't appreciate my technology making me look like I'm someone of shit quality, because if I can bitch just a little bit, why does nobody watch my streams? Because, like, I'm not going to be all entitled to be like, oh, people should watch me because I deserve to be famous, but, like, no one bothers to turn up and watch, and when I do, the technology lets me down, and, like, can I have something nice in my life, please? Which I know is a really, like, selfish, entitled, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but, like, it makes me seem really sort of full of myself, like, I have this expensive computer that my dad built for me personally, and I'm playing a game that Heather bought for me, and I'm still not happy with my lot in life, but, like, I don't appreciate being made to look like some sort of crappy wastrel nobody. And, like, why should I, and both of you as well, like, why should we be wasting our time doing these streams if no one's gonna bloody turn up and watch? End of rant.
I mean, I didn't realize it was a problem your end. I mean, I know that my computer isn't exactly the best for showing your streams in the best possible quality that it should, but I didn't realize it was a problem your end. And as for the lack of viewers, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you advertise it well enough on Twitter, and I've put it through on the Discord server. Am I a good friend yet?
See, you do too much for me. You're a very good friend.
Do I do too much for you? Do I really? I feel like I don't do enough.
You do plenty. See, that in itself is a sign that you're a good friend. Like, oh no, I'm worried I don't do enough. Whilst doing plenty of things. Like, you are a good friend, and I swear to God this game. Also, the next level is fucking Stardust Speedway, and I don't want to fuck Stardust Speedway. I'm not a fan. Again, there are other... The music is good, but it doesn't even... Like, there were better levels in Sonic CD they could have shoehorned in. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
Hi. So how have you been, in general?
Who, me or Heather?
Either of you, whoever is willing to answer my question.
Okay, if slightly tilted because OBS is making me look bad.
That's good, that's good. I've had an interesting day. Done some more of my course, and random fact of the day, historical stories for children include a lot of horses. Also include the smell of lavender wherever possible in your book.
Why?
I don't know. Heather, for some context, I'm doing a course on how to write stories for children, and in every unit that I've done, there has been like one sentence that has just made me go, what the hell? In my first one, it was, use all of the senses where you can.
Describe the cabbage soup.
Describe the cabbage, yeah. And in my second unit, it's, if you don't know how to write a sports story, ask an expert. And in this, it's just, history stories include a lot of horses, and use the smell of lavender.
I don't even. Just do that.
I don't know either, because I don't know. Apparently history took place in the My Little Pony universe.
I mean, good. You kidding? Of course I want that to be the case. The history of Equestria would be a wonderful thing to influence on the kids, and how the giant white Hexagons rules the world with her giant horn. It's totally sexist!
No! Well,
The Pegacorn? I
Yeah.
thought it was an alicorn.
She is an alicorn, but for the longest time we didn't know what it was called, so we just called it a pegacorn. I didn't. I knew it was an alicorn long before anyone else, but that doesn't stop most general populace from being dumb about their labels. You know how labels are.
and if I may have a patented Nagito moment. Learning how to write stories for the youth of tomorrow, I would expect nothing less from Laura Robson, the ultimate teacher.
Thanks! Thanks. How am I the ultimate teacher?
Have I shown you my plans for not Danganronpa?
No.
What? How did you... Tess, you've got to assault her with that later.
I don't, like, what if I end up making it and I want playtesters who haven't had the whole game spoiled for them?
Well, don't literally assault me, Tess, please. I mean...
As far as I'm concerned, you assaulted me with the boobs of motivation, which is a fine story that my parents still tease me about to this day. Which tickles me.
What?
Heather, did you not know about the boobs of motivation?
The
motivation.
The boobs
No.
of motivation.
What are the boobs of motivation?
You forgot?
Motivated.
Vaguely.
You
Was
vaguely
it
forgot.
me?
It was you. You wanted me to wake up one morning, so you literally buried my face in your cleavage and said, "Come on, get up, they're the boobs of motivation."
Oh, yeah!
And there was literally nothing sexual about it. It was literally just boobs.
I mean, it would get Heather up, or
It
Alex.
would definitely get Alex up.
Would,
In more ways than one.
Excuse you, I am engaged. Well, I
we're
mean, it would
just
get
saying-
Philly G up as well. I mean,
We're
what?
just saying that even though Alex is self-identified as a pandemisexual, his straight half is very prominent in manifesting itself. Because I take great interest in his straight half question mark.
Which half is the straight half?
The left half.
Number one isn't crooked.
Oh. The bendy straw.
The
no.
pen-
So... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, is there a boss or nah?
Nah.
I just realised that Tess is pretty much the easiest maid of honor ever.
No.
Because, like, literally, you're my maid of had to do any of the stressful jobs involved maid of honor. You're literally just like, yep, I'll show up as maid of honor, and you're just sort of leaving it to my sister to do everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, well, I was talking about this to my parents the other day, because, like, they're advertising Don't Tell the Bride on E4, I think, and... Like, my parents are like, oh, you know, what's the point of Don't Tell the Bride? Because, like, surely it should just be, like, this intimate affair between two lovers who decide what their wedding should look like. And maybe with the help of other people. I'm just like, wait, but Laura hasn't asked me to help out with anything with the wedding. I'm just maid of honor.
Well, I mean, I'd ask you for your help if I felt like I urgently, like, needed it. But then my sister's just like, nah, I got this. And I'm just like, but God, no. And she's just like, nah, I got this.
I got me, fam.
So it's just like I want you to help out, but my sister just seems to be like on it with everything. She's just like, nah, I got this. Don't
She probably don't
worry,
because-
Connor.
She probably don't got this because she, but you know. Oh.
I mean, she's just like, don't worry, Connor, with anything. He's probably busy with uni and life and YouTube and stuff.
Wait, who's Connor?
Exactly.
Tess.
Who does she think she be?
Tess.
Yes. You see what I'm doing there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Touching an entire duck.
What are you doing there? Whenever I have to describe, I feel like I should use, like, your life name. Otherwise, she won't have a clue.
She won't have a
Although,
collision
does she
detection.
not?
Oh.
You know,
Although
I
I
haven't
feel-
thought of him as anything but Tess in years. It's kind of scary how that plays
I
out.
prefer it that way.
Well, I know that, but still.
I feel like I've shown her one of your videos, though, so I don't know why she doesn't associate you with Tess.
Because she doesn't. She doesn't think. She doesn't think, but she doesn't think in online terms.
She calls herself the Queen of Tumblr and the Queen of Memes, which is why I feel like you and her should have a meme off.
I was gonna say, girl, I'm the queen of memes.
Yeah, exactly.
And the queen of Montenegro. Oh wait, no, that's Slavko Kalajic.
I mean, you.
Rocket!
I mean, women is covered with feathers and all that jazz.
Ah,
Oh
yes.
god.
Moist. No, wait, I want to moist in the opposite direction. Moist my noodles. Why is that a one-way
Well, you
wall?
can only go in one direction.
Oh yeah. So they've announced who's going to represent Ireland, and they've announced the song title without actually revealing the song. And have you seen the Irish spelling of the guy's name?
Ryan O'Shaggerissy or something? I don't know.
Ah, yes.
I can't remember.
Ryan O'Shaggy-Sex. But... Like, I don't... How do people... Like, mad respect people who can read Irish, because, like, just, what? There's, like, 5 letters in their alphabet.
Look, I know Irish people who can't read Irish, and I frankly can't blame them.
Well, the only real approach is to get good.
Fuck you.
Top of the morning to you, laddies. My name is Jacksepticeye. Nah, Jacksepticeye is not in this stream. I mean, imagine the number of viewers we'd have if he was.
Yeah. Sort of sad, really. Also, as Juff pointed out on Tumblr the other day, in fact, it might have been today or yesterday, recently, you can't spell Metal Sonic without Sun. And it's just, like, a stock photo of, like, a father carrying a child on his shoulders, but the son, like, the child just has Metal Sonic's face photoshopped on top.
What?
My boy.
But wait, no, but
My boy.
Why?
My boy.
I need to log back into Tumblr. Like, I mean, I got an account.
No one does.
I got an account and I had no idea what I'd use it for, so I just sort of haven't logged back in since. What do people use Tumblr for anyway?
Bad
Sex.
thing.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll.
Sexy. Sexy sex.
Boner, uterus. Fallopian.
The
pillow in the living room.
The living room.
Heather, have you seen my review of Spain's Eurovision song? Because I think you'll find it to be utterly adorable. Because I do mew. I do quite nya. It's also it's la vache. It's very cow.
See, you broke up there. You'll have to try one more time. What was that?
Have you seen Tess's review of Spain's Eurovision song because he thinks you will find it a good?
I mean, I find many things good. I have not. Although I'll have to. Is that the one that went up yesterday today?
It's one of the 2 that went up. Excuse you, Metal Sonic. What is this bullshit? Stripping me of rings and then forcing me to bounce back so that I go past another fucking one-way wall. If I die because of this, I will be personally offended. I know there are rings here. Thank you. Good, crispy Jesus.
Then something about Christmas crackers, Christmas crumble kids? I don't know.
You know, Mr. Crimble's Christmas Crumble Kids.
Thank you! Oh god, I was hoping that would come up at some point. Oh, I'm a bad influence. I'm a very bad influence.
Well, I mean, was that the song that won the Czech selection, or was that a different one?
What? Oh dear god.
Mr. Crumble Kid.
I didn't know that was even involved.
I thought you were saying in, like, the Knuckles Chaotix stream that something like Mr. Crimble's Christmas Crumble Kids, and then Joth asked if it was an entry for Eurovision, and then you said...
I do not remember this.
And then... I do! The advantages of being me. I remember most things, except for boobs of motivation, apparently.
Fuck Hydrocity! Or Hydrocity if you prefer. Okay, so fun fact. I remembered that this was here, except in Sonic 3 it's just rings and not also a bubble shield. But, so, I remembered at the last second that was there, when I first did this level, when I was first playing this game for myself for the first time. But I remembered too late and started holding left. You know, just to... Can I? Click who got there. I started holding left to sort of fall towards where I thought the ring container was. And I committed to it a bit too late. So I landed, like, the level started, I fell to the left, landed on some spikes, and died immediately. I didn't even get to do any of the level.
And then spawn back in after the fall, right?
Well, yes. But still. I still got to play the level, it's just my first experience of this level in Mania was instant death. Also, there's an achievement for riding 3 of... It's either all or 3 of those boats. And I swear I've done that and it didn't give me the achievement. In the same way that there's an achievement for getting to the hidden submarine in Oil Ocean. And I've got to that twice, and neither time did it actually give me the achievement. So, yeah, I'm slightly tilted. Moisten the plinth! It's now moist in here. Oh.
What?
Oh.
Now, did I tell Heather about the TAPD that I had recently?
Oh.
Got what?
Please. Let there be children.
What? That was not what happened at all, but okay.
Go ahead, Laura.
Go on, Tess.
Let there be children.
What? I don't think there was children involved in that TAPD test because it was basically like you and Alex were just sort of like Alex was like, it's okay if you like it quiet, but would you mind if Laura and Philly G did the do in the other room so I could at least hear the loudness?
Because in case you missed it, Heather,
Never mind.
this was something that we discussed during
I missed a lot apparently.
yeah, when I was streaming Chaotix just to test my Twitch capacity capabilities. We discussed the fact that Alex is very fond of loud sex. I am very not. As I'm sure you know, I have been criticized in the past for fucking too quietly. That was like they literally berated me mid-fuck for not being loud enough. I'm like, I'm not going to degrade myself. Whereas Alex is quite the opposite. Now I get the... I've literally just now got the boat enthusiast achievement. Like, why? Why don't you give me that before, you selfish game of a gooble? You vagooblio. You goozle. You
Yeah, and
gumball machine.
I have been, and for some context, I have been told that I am quite loud. So for context of my dream, Alex likes the loudness. He wanted me to give him the loudness, but not by doing him. It makes sense. It makes sense in my head.
Here's the problem. I have been prompted, person, including my mother, to be loud for them and demonstrate what that sounds like, and I can do it really darn well. However, I don't make noise during the actual anything. It's only in
Like,
preparation.
I don't see the appeal, and it's not a natural reflex for me, because, like, why would you
I'll show you later, baby. Don't worry.
See, we're supposed to have
I
3
don't
viewers.
even know how.
And I don't, like, no one said anything in the chat, so I'm assuming we've scared them off. With all of this sexy talk.
Me. One of them is me. Because I am still watching the stream.
One of them might be me because I have the chat popped out just so I can have a look at it. Even though, like... Even though... I mean, it's coming through on the stream as well. Ah, a scripted bubble. Oh yeah, the Act 1 boss from Sonic 3 is the Act 2 boss in this game. I hate what they've done with it, and I hated that boss to begin with. And it will also be the second time that I've fought that mini-boss on a stream. But just because my first ever stream was Sonic 3 and
now
that was...
I'm kind of gonna feel you on this, but do tell, why is it your bad?
I don't remember, but I remember fighting it with Knuckles and hating it. Obviously. Also, I appreciate what they're doing here with, like, the falling ceiling, because, like, in the original there was the moving wall instead. And I do like the whole role reversal here as well. Reverse the exile
the
sandwich.
Act 1 boss is the Act 2 boss, and the Act 2 boss is the Act 1 boss. Do you think that was intentional, or just a happy coincidence happenstance?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the meaning of life.
I do.
What is the meaning of life? Please tell me, Mama Heather.
Mama! Ooh. I'm
No,
not
the
back
mama did
at
not.
this time tomorrow. Carry on, carry on.
Oh, I thought you was gonna start singing "Hey Mama" there, Tess.
Of course.
Hey, Jude.
Hey Mama, hey Mama, hey
See,
Mama.
I was gonna be so dead serious with my answer that it was gonna be funny, I swear. And I would have just
Sure.
been, but purely to have a meaningful life, my child. But then I realized it's like, but that's not funny.
I like how everyone just sort of explodes like he's a robot. Like just the whole damage sequence of that.
Exploding.
Speak up, Heather.
I'm here. Jeez.
You're not here enough.
She is literally eating
No.
Are you eating the microphone again?
No. Now I am.
See,
Hi.
I have an advantage of being on my phone.
Oh, but the real advantage is right here inside me all along. Oh, good God. Where's my mind going? No.
Are you sure that you're the bad influence, Heather, or is it just me?
No, it's definitely me. I corrupted you. The fact that you're re-corrupting me is simply a sign that something corrupts that.
Oh, yeah, I never did try those things that you sent me, Heather.
What the?
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh dear God. Hang on.
Oh!
I'm more scared because I have no recollection of what in the world you're talking about. Do tell.
A bag of
I
fun-sized dildos? Dilditos?
I said that I have... The only way I can describe them...
No. Right. Yeah. I mean,
hypnotic-
when I get a chance.
Those hypnotic ASMR things.
Oh!
Yes, this is
I thought you meant like something actually physical that had been sent, like... Oh, like it... just, as I said, dilditos.
Well, it's me. Thing I could send her physically.
Well, I mean, Tess, is that what you got me for my birthday? Dilditos.
Meow.
You've not got me anything, have you? It's okay, I'm not mad.
Oh, I thought you meant like for your last birthday. In which case, I was like, oh God.
No!
Tess,
He
what
got
did you get her last time?
a book. I believe you got me one of Tristan's books, Tess?
Oh, yeah. Did he sign it? Because I want to say he signed it.
Yeah, he signed it. And he gave me like a printed note because he was worried about me being unable to read his handwriting.
Well, that's sweet. Tristan is a very sweet. Why did I damage? What's the point? I was going
I've not gotten as far... I've not gotten as far as the first chapter in the book, but it is good from what I've read so far.
It is very good. It's also... Excuse you, Sonic, I was going the other way. Yes, it's very good. It's the reason that Tristan and I became friends in the first place, because it was so good that I read it and I was like, Tristan Senpai.
That's like a very me thing to do. I'm suddenly very concerned.
What?
Enemy. Have you improved on your drawing skills, Heather? Because you said that was a thing you wanted to do.
I have not touched drawing since I sent you the Luma. No. However,
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good drawing, though. I am actually going to consider that as a possible design.
I mean, I don't know why, but yay.
Who goes there?
Hello.
Hi,
Joss.
Hello.
Everyone's here
least-
except for Alex.
What?
At least I think.
No, I'm not here actually. I'm in the ethereal plane.
It's like that one.
Limbo.
It's like that one YouTube poop of Steven Universe with Garnet. I'm here. I'm not here. And she's just not there. I mean, there's more to the poop than just that, but you know, just like in daily life. But
Well. You know, I guess.
I mean,
I
not
shall be
wrong.
right. I shall be right back. I'm gonna go get myself a drink. You guys have fun amongst yourselves. Heather, Tess, behave yourselves. Joss,
No.
you're in charge.
Yeah, Mom.
Fair.
It's me, I'm in charge. Even though Laura just reminded me the water exists and I need it.
What?
Whomst?
And then some.
Also, I'm
What?
so far behind that the UFO is almost completely despawned. Good.
I didn't notice that I had the volume on in the game on the stream because I just tuned into the stream. I didn't realize the volume was on until I heard myself speak and I was like,
Twilight Zone.
Oh god, I'm talking to myself, but without moving my mouth and or my brain.
Relatable.
Without moving my mouth or my brain.
Oh. Well, there's the UFO in the really far distance.
I thought
Did you think?
no, I have never had a thought in my life. Don't accuse me of things.
Oh. Okay. Good
Wait,
talk.
what was the What was the Sonic game that came out recently? Or is this that game?
Yes.
Oh,
When did
that's
this come out?
That's the one I played.
No, there's a different one that came out recently.
Mania.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's this.
this doesn't look like Mania.
It's
Or is it because it's the special level?
It's a special stage. I'm bad at this because I rarely ever get this far through the sequence of special stages, and usually by the time I get up to the appropriate speeds, the UFO's like just left. So time over. Wah.
Wah,
Time over, yeah.
wah.
Teleportation. Yeah. Jump on your backpack. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle.
Special stage.
That was a very Dean Bristow of you. I'm proud.
Congratulations. It's a pancake.
Special stage.
What a sentence to come back on.
Special stage.
I just remembered Slam.
And welcome to the jam.
To Japan.
What about Slam?
Heather should know.
Kind of Slam.
I don't though. That's my problem. Because the first time all I think of is Japan.
And that's my fault because every
All
time
I
we've
think
referenced
of
it
it-
before, I've gone to Japan.
All I think of is the jam.
Like literally, he's always gone to Japan.
Yeah.
So you know.
Just this is what
When
happens.
is he?
So, in Sonic Adventure 2, one of the actually two because they use it multiple times, but there's a boss theme,
Oh,
and
that's right!
and it starts with like some drum beats and then someone whispering who's there, and for all her life, Heather has heard it as "Boo boo boo slam."
I still hear it as that. You'll never tell me it's otherwise.
I mean, I've misheard tons and tons of songs, and thought that they were.
That's kind of a given. Most people, if you ever go on YouTube and read all the terrible comments, you'll often hear people going on about like, oh, I know what this is, and they're just like random samples, but they're always trying to attribute some meaning to it. Like, one of my favorites is always the in Lost World. Everyone always says that's I don't know, and I'm like, no, it's just a flopping sample.
Yeah, but what about the taco meat slapping faces?
What?
That's different.
I'm talking more about celebrate good times, and I misheard it for my whole life. It's celebrate goodbye.
Oh,
What?
see, a lot of people mishear that song, but they don't mishear it like that.
Celebrate goodbyes, come on!
Well, it's like- For like the longest time, I just associate it with like the phrase "good riddance," and I'm like, yeah, all right.
I get it.
You know how like when you're young and your brain associates things.
My brain still does that, to be fair.
My brain doesn't. I don't associate
purely
things.
associative memory. I have no catalog.
I don't think about things.
Well, I just an entire lap of the universe.
Stop accusing me of thinking.
Oh, I
So you're
panicked. I
having
think I'm going the wrong way now. How am I still alive, by the way? Ah,
I'm
okay,
like
no.
trying to
Still
figure
alive.
out where you are and what
Where
you're
is
doing.
the baby?
What baby? I didn't know that Tess was pregnant.
What?
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 You said where's the baby?
Yeah, like the Metroid baby.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you meant like an actual baby.
No,
what do
like
you get when you cross a
baby.
baby with a washy blood? So much blood.
So much good. Tess, how did you live that long?
Now I actually need to get water, so I'll be right back. Laura's in charge.
Get drank.
Okay. Now, Tess, Heather, have fun, stay safe, and remember to use protection.
Oh my
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
God. Look, Tess is the only one who needs protection from me.
This is true.
I'm.
Like, I didn't even have a joke about that. Though, to be fair, I have had to explain to Alex in the past the importance of using protection even when it's between two men. He didn't know that that was a thing.
Did he?
He did not know that that was a
Well,
thing.
good. Well, then good. Keep shooting the ropes, Tess. You'll be there eventually.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Excused? Okay, this is a clever boss, to be fair. But it's sort of arse if you don't have a bubble shield. I mean, it's not that bad, but it can be arse.
You just have to keep hitting him.
Yeah. And if you fail, well, sucks to be you. Sucks to be you, soldier boy. Ho!
No, it blows. He's blowing the water current with a fan. Sentai.
It's an easy way to make Laura giggle. Just. Or like, or just, or just drink Norwegian in a Norwegian airport and then lean forwards and toot. This is the fuck. I forgot this was part of the same boss, even though I remembered it before. It's anus. It's pig anus.
Oink oink. I'm a cat.
I don't like. And probably not Laura, which is sad because what's the point of us wasting our lives streaming these games if no one's going to fucking watch? Which, as I said before, I know that sounds super entitled.
Want some chocolate?
I mean, we could. I mean, we may as well just record a video and just upload it to Lively Planet if it's just going to be the five of us talking to each other rather than people in the chat interacting
Yeah.
as
Oh,
well.
look at that.
Hey, if you're watching the archive of this stream on YouTube, feel bad about yourself.
Well, I'll be watching the archive back. Why do I have to feel bad about myself?
You're exempt because you're a good friend. Thank you for being a friend, you are my golden girl.
That's right, all you people watching on YouTube. You're all bad friends to Tess for some reason.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Heather. Thanks, Heather. Love you too.
Anytime. No, that's.
And then there's just no explanation as to how we got to the desert. Like, zone transitions, please. I don't like Mirage Saloon Act 1 unless I'm playing as Knuckles, because Knuckles has best saloon, and also it has music. I don't like Mirage Saloon as much as I
so
should.
adorable when you say that.
What?
The way you say that, saloon, it's cute.
What's wrong with how I say saloon?
Nothing. That's the problem.
You're making me self-conscious now. It was like in Mario Galaxy Versus where I kept saying Goomba as opposed to Goomba.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Stop being cute.
You know, a saloon car. Kind of like a Bentley.
You know, set your Bentley to Swamp, Minefield, Christmas, or Mexico.
That's what I like when I started watching your Sly Cooper and I saw that one of the characters was named Bentley. I'm just like, what setting is this?
Oh, it's the Bentley setting.
Well, this one's Mexico.
I'm sorry.
What bird is Mexico? Skrillaxico.
I didn't realize my microphone had been muted for the last 5 minutes.
Oh,
no.
I thought we just hadn't come back yet.
Yes, I would.
See, I just thought you abandoned us forever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you say
Oh,
anything
damn.
choice that we overlooked? Did you hear me being cute
I
about
did
Saloon?
know that. Yes.
Is it
Very
cute or is it just you America people?
The,
Have you ever heard a
Saloon.
Danish person say cube? That's cuter.
what is it? How do they say it?
Just cube.
Oh.
Choo choo. It's a
Aw.
train.
Well, I noted that maybe the people who are watching the stream in the future who should feel bad about themselves are actually people watching this like 5 years in the future, going through your archives. What if that happens?
Well, they should feel bad for the global warming.
For not existing earlier.
Yes. Also, I realized I just said global warming, like climate change and global warning, but it's global warning. It's worse because it's both at once.
Global warming.
Is that an inconvenient truth to you over there with your saloon?
Saloon.
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 Simune.
Soon moo.
Simune, Sanya.
When even is their national final, by the way?
3rd of
guys?
March.
Oh.
It's in
How come you just know
Bratislava
that?
for some reason. Which I guess makes sense because that's like a neutral country because Slovakia hasn't taken part for years. We miss you, Slovakia. Get your asses back into
That sounds like
fucking.
a...
Back into fucking. That's
Also,
all.
I learned that the only deaths in space were the Soviet were like today. I learned that because I looked it up.
That's just what America
What,
wants you
did
to
they
do.
like...
That's
looked up
true.
A lot of interesting things, Joss.
That is true. That is well.
Yeah.
Does anyone not? Does anyone not?
I mean, when I was putting together the, I really rushed the end slates for Sly Cooper because, like that and the thumbnail, I just did not know. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I got comboed. I was about to win. Okay, so I found out that it's illegal to take photos of the Eiffel Tower at night.
Is it?
What? Is it like actually enforced or?
It's never been enforced, but it is illegal under French law.
Why?
Because, as I've
I
heard,
can't wait to sue.
just in general,
Sue.
I can't wait to sue.
I can't wait to become the king of France and sue.
I can't wait
sue
to get
any.
Dinner.
What?
I could eat an Octorok. Oh, I just realized it says oil ocean zone on the thing. I thought it was just a tank of ooze.
Oh, is that a
Actually, I've
YouTube
never noticed it before. But yes. So okay, so the thing with France is, like the Eiffel Tower itself, because it's existed for so long, it under EU copyright law, it's like supposed to be a protected structure for the lifetime of the people who built it and designed it, and then I believe 75 years afterwards. But that has
Okay.
expired. So, you know, the Eiffel Tower's image is in the public domain. But the lights weren't installed on it until 1985. So the lights are protected under copyright law, but the tower itself is not. So it's not legal to take photo of the lights of the Eiffel Tower.
Why is it not legal to take a photo of the lights of the Eiffel Tower? Because like you can upgrade anything. It doesn't like upgrading a thing doesn't
But the design of the lights,
copyright it, doesn't it?
the lighting
Take
design,
it up with the French people.
yeah. I blame everything on
guess.
France. And for that matter, I guess the only people who are here to talk in person either haven't seen it or wouldn't know anyway. But the end slate music for Sly Cooper is literally France's Eurovision song from last year, but sped up. In the same way that the end slate music for A Hat in Time is just Mad Hatter by Melanie Martinez, but sped up.
Is what but sped up?
Mad Hatter by Melanie Martinez.
Oh really?
Yes. But
Nice.
the instrumental versions. I want to retain their dignities.
Oh, I listened recently to a comparison of like Odyssey Bowser's theme and like the classic Mario Bowser theme, and it's got similarity. You know, like music does.
That is a thing music does, you're not wrong.
Okay, much as I don't like Mirage Saloon Act 1, I do like this sort of reveal here. Like, what did the sign land on? And then, blah, blah, blah. the floaty boy. And then there's this guy who's not been seen for many games, and even then we don't know if it's true. Also, for fuck's sake, Tails, invest in sturdier planes. This keeps happening. Small ginger husbander, what is your excuse? Also, I don't like the music of Act 2 here, and I will fight people.
Of what?
Mirage Fluid Act 2, not good music. I mean, actually, it's technically good, I just don't enjoy it.
I see. I have to turn up the volume now for a second.
Turn it up!
Get down!
I have a question for y'all folks to whom music is important.
Yeah.
What makes something qualify as music if you can have music that doesn't have rhythm or like anything? Because like I see things that are qualified as music that isn't like that just doesn't have a beat or whatever. So what qualifies something as music
Human perception.
and not just like a discord of sounds?
Well, it's funny you mention that because I can actually send you, like, for example, the body song that was used in the soundtrack to There'll Be Blood is quite literally the most mathematically calculated use of Discord I've ever heard in anything
this is
ever.
the best use of Discord.
So,
Interesting. I would actually like you to send that if you can, because that sounds.
alright.
I'm
Okay,
fascinated by that.
I should not have been able to cheese that, and yet I did.
Basically, the impression that we're supposed to get, being that music is a subjective art form, is that all art must have some kind of a purpose or some kind of intent to get some reaction out of the listener.
Fair.
Even if it's a failed attempt, the idea that there is an attempt to provoke a reaction is what music is about. Just like any art form. So in that sense, what's the difference between dumping a load of paint on the ground and like postmodern art? I mean, the only real difference is whether or not you intended that the flow. No, actually, that's the worst part. Is that's literally it.
Oh yeah.
So, insofar as that goes, the most discordant sounds you could ever come across would be used for something to provoke some kind of reaction. It's automatically considered some kind of musical expression. With that said, though, there are
I failed the
There's
special
a lot of
stage in
bad
3
music.
different ways by now. Continue.
Oh my god, Tess, how?
Because I've not
with
had a
that
chance to practice it.
Well, why would you have to? You're not in any kind of performance.
It's just everyone's watching you fail.
Anyway, what was I saying? Right. So the idea is that there's a bunch of different kinds of music. Music that oftentimes doesn't have rhythm is often used for some kind of ambiance, so that's ambiotic music. Music that is
Music that's good for your
intended-
guts, that's probiotic music.
Exactly. You know, there's music that's intended to be danced to. There's music that's intended for gaming, and the idea is simply we evaluate it on a scale of how well it creates the reactions intended.
Or,
For example,
alternative hot take, if you believe the words of last year's Eurovision winner, there is only one type of music and everything else is trash.
that's it. Oh jeez.
People defend it like, oh, well, maybe he didn't articulate right. Well, if he didn't know exactly what he was saying, then he shouldn't have said anything. It's an international stage. If you're not sure of yourself, then you need to watch what you say. Carry on.
Talk.
Neither should I, to be fair.
No, the problem is you literally open this up with, you know, those of you who care about music, and I'm like, oh, that's me. I'm pretty bad at that.
No, that's good. That's good. This is fascinating. That's not a joke. I'm just bad
No,
at tone.
I know. I appreciate it. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Tess, fill in for me. What did I miss?
I like this boss.
That's a good. I like his wavy arms.
Mr. Noodle.
Oh,
back.
he puts himself in a hat.
He brings back the friends.
That's so cute.
He brings
Why
back
does
friends?
he turn into a gunslinger?
Because it's Fang the Sniper / Knack the Weasel, and also Bean the Dynamite, and also Bark the Polar Bear, and they've not been seen for years.
Well, it's Knack twice and Fang twice. I don't know what you're talking about.
Roll D20 to roll D20. Why don't you have to do that in D&D?
I mean, there's probably been cases where like somebody started a D&D game within D&D and then rolled a D20 to roll a D20. Except if you roll a 1, you just like you throw it across the room. I bet that's you like. This is
Good. That was that.
if you roll a D20 to.
I like what just happened.
Did you roll a D20?
I rolled. I rolled D20
Oh,
to roll
no.
D20 and rolled a 1.
And then you threw your shelf into the spikes.
Yes. Okay, so fun fact, when I first played this level in Mania, I avoided getting the fire shield because I thought logically. I thought that, hey, if I get a fire shield and set all of the oil on fire, I'd probably have a bad experience. Quite forgetting, of course, that the fire shield makes you immune to fire. But then, surely it would blow the entire place up. You know, it's an oil-wielding robot at a fire refinery.
You've seen the animation, right?
The fire gets refined.
Refined.
It gets refired.
It gets refined.
Fire shield, you're fired.
See, as Heather could assure you, I'm rather fond of my onomatopoeia for various Sonic noises. And I don't know how you'd spell the onomatopoeia
Yes.
for the fire shield, because it's... or something like that. And whereas the electric shield is like... and the obviously, no one can dispute that the bubble shield is blob, but fire shield, how would you even spell?
I would spell it like PLOOH.
Yeah, I would really just spell it WUB because
Well,
it's
like, yeah. Sorry.
No, you're right. Go, say words.
I was
like
just
it when you say
gonna
words.
ask Tess to make the sound again.
Tess, make all the sounds again.
Okay.
Snap. Whoa. Welcome to the Museum of Ass. Enjoy your stay. Your paperwork is due, Wazowski.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always
Always watch.
watching.
Okay, so as a child, I loved Oil Ocean in Sonic 2, and I hate it in Mania because the Act 2 boss is a piece of poo. Also, I don't like that these green things instant kill you if you stand underneath them, because I hate instant kill stuff. Even though I like everything in this level individually, especially the shooty things in Act 2. They should be in Act 1 as well. I don't know if they are.
Wait, standing underneath the green things like the slides, it'll kill you? Or you're talking about the
fire
platform ones that jump up?
Yeah. When they jump up and get down, if you're underneath them when they get down, then you die.
Oh, I hate insta-kills that are due to like squashing. There's like
I just hate
there's like a
insta-kills.
bit in Hyper Light Drifter that's just a bunch of these blocks, and you have to like dash between blocks that are like slamming into each other, you know? And if you step between any of them, you die instantly. And this is a game where like you can fall into water or off a cliff and just like take 1 health and like teleport back. No, you get into those blocks, you are dead.
I hate that when they do, because like, you know, there are ways around that. Like so many games, if you fall off the edge, you just teleport back up again and whatnot. And like Generations proved that Sonic can actually do touch damage or crush damage without dying, because you just lose rings and have a flattening animation. It was really adorable. And then Forces goes back on that. Why did Force go back on that? Why did you do that, Forces? Why did you have so much insta-kill, Forces?
How could you do this to me, Forces?
How
How
betrayed!
did this happen to me? I made my
I
mistakes.
made my mistake.
Got nowhere to run. Let
Why
go.
do people know this song?
I don't know the whole song. I know those 4 lines.
Same. Also, I love how I started the act before the act started. That was good. That was very good.
Good. Wait, that was a really good thing that you did right as the title screen appeared, where you like somersaulted in the air. Like, but it was like a really slow, like you were standing and rotating.
What?
I'm sorry.
You do a somersault.
Do a somersault.
Do the spaceman boogie.
No, it's an animal.
Ow! Ow! There's stuff! There's stuff in my oil soup. Soup, just eat the contents.
I should probably go to bed.
Oh, Lozzie, if you
Oh, no.
insist. Oh no!
Well, I mean, I have places to be tomorrow and people to see for important wedding stuff.
As opposed to unimportant
good.
wedding stuff and important non-wedding stuff.
As opposed to unimportant wedding stuff, which
Unimportant
is...
wedding stuff, like
Other people's weddings.
damn.
Death by humor.
I mean...
Just casually dying.
Oh, I love how you... I love your concern, Tess. It's really, really, really showing how much of a good friend you are.
It's what I do.
I'll be fine. Wedding stuff. Like, the stuff Tess should be doing, but my sister just does anyway.
Like I wasn't even invited to do the stuff. Oh.
I was going to invite you to do the stuff, but then my sister's like, "No, I got this. Don't concern
And
Tess."
again as well, I just got the achievement for finding this submarine, even though I've been in here literally twice before.
This specific one and not the
Yeah.
other two?
Well, the achievement is just for going into the secret one, and that is the secret one. Because it's a secret. It's a secret. Okay, so apparently
I've
Battle
only
Block
seen
Theatre
that-
is like really cheaply discounted at this moment. So should I buy that?
In one video. That I don't
Anyway,
think
I
is
was gonna
you.
go to bed.
Okay. Have
Okay.
a good night.
Don't die in your
Thanks,
sleep.
Joss. I won't.
Okay.
Tess, I believe Heather wanted you to send me some things, so send me the things if you remember. I
What?
think they were like dang thingies.
Oh, those! Alright, Tess, bring her through the ropes.
Oh, I don't know if Joth knows about that either.
She knows.
What do I
Well,
know?
okay, she knows a lot of things, but I'm sorry, Joth, you're part of an in-joke that you don't realise you're part of yet. Which is, I know, is a terrible thing to do to your friend, but there's a story and some of it is incidental. I apologise.
Okay. What has happened?
So, how familiar are you with Danganronpa?
I know the like concept.
I know someone on Tumblr described it as a bunch of kids go to Build-A-Bear in hell, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
No, that's entirely accurate.
Well,
So
basically,
yeah, what about it?
basically, I wrote my
I know
own.
y'all are streaming it too.
I wrote my own, and the characters
Okay.
the characters are people that I know because that's the easy. Write what you know, and basically I have 6 chapters of that, and also I hate this boss, so yeah. But yeah, you know. Actually, technically 7 chapters
say?
if you count the funny onion. Heather, does the funny onion count?
It's my favorite thing ever, Tess.
Okay.
From it.
This Danganronpa hack.
I wish. But yeah, so
What's my
basically,
kill count, bro?
Well, you'll just have to read through the stuff Tess is gonna send you and find out. Isn't that right?
I guess. So yeah. So there's
I'll probably die.
there's 16 of us all together. On paper, 8 guys and 8 girls. Technically, 7 guys, 7 girls, a trans girl, and a non-binary. So, you know, nice and inclusive. And we all have ultimate talents. I have no rings, I'm going to suffer. And people kill each other in order to survive. Ironically. Ironically, you're not watching television. which is the name of a
I
YouTuber
see.
that I've watched exactly
look
once.
forward I look forward to seeing this stuff when you send it to me. Anyway, night.
Good night.
Night.
I was doing so well, and then I died.
Oh, so
And you
good.
got so far, and in the end, it
didn't even matter. Just because this boss
Did you
has
try so hard?
yes, this boss has insta kill bullshit, and it makes
oh,
no sense.
No.
So if you stand on
The only good thing about
if you stand on a platform that has tentacles wrapped around it, then you instantly die because the implication is the platform is pulled under and you die going down on it. But the way it calculates the instant killness of that is terrible. Like, if you stand near a platform that's been sucked under, then you die. Which is exactly how it works in real life, you know?
Yeah.
I don't entirely hate it because it's something that's decently forewarned, because at the very least you can see it coming.
But it's unforgiving.
Tentacles. Well, no,
I die
absolutely.
every time that I get underneath the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just common practice, right?
Oh, I forgot
get
about
under
that. This is a cheap strat that my father taught me for cheaping out this boss as a child. Well, I mean the Sonic 2 version anyway. Just do this, and then you're fine, until the inevitable happens. I.e. that. It worked! Thank you, Daddy.
Wait, your dad had to explain that to you?
Well, it's just he played the game and then introduced me to it, because obviously the game is older than I am.
Oh.
And then, like, he was like, okay, so here's this level, and here's a little secret I've hidden in this boss. And I'm like, oh, Daddy. So, I like the music of Lava Reef, but I don't like Lava Reef itself, because it's hard. I jumped, and I didn't jump. Oh, my crunchy runch. Everything's everything.
I don't like that phrase.
Which one?
Most of it.
Oh, it's someone's. It would be someone's ringtone, I'm sure. Because people still have ringtones in 2018.
Absolutely.
That's the point.
No, they don't. Nobody has a ringtone.
Does Discord have the ability to set custom ringtones depending on who's calling? And if not, why not?
Oh, I wish. I bet that would be a Nitro thing if
Yeah.
they implemented that.
I was about to say if you didn't say.
Well, I did say it.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
I stole it from your mouth.
Well, you know,
What do you have to say to that, Tess?
did you know that you didn't know that knowing's half the battle?
10 million babies.
Yes.
A million bees who are also on fire, but somehow don't die.
They're on fire.
Oh yeah, on the Hyperlight Drifter, like the insta-kill things, the good thing about Hyperlight Drifter is that it auto-saves every time you enter a room, and rooms are not that big, so every time that you die, you'll just go back to the room.
Death is a minor inconvenience.
Is that you enter the room with the same amount of health that you originally entered, amount of health packs, which means that if you went into a room with 2 health and there's no way to get health in there and you keep dying in the same place, you're just you either have to go back or just I don't like it. I don't like how it takes a second for you to heal and you can die in the middle of healing.
I feel like I've had that recently with a different game and I forget which one it was.
The similar healing thing?
Yeah. I think at least
I mean,
twice.
I like it in Hyperlight Drifter, but...
I remember there was a game that I was streaming really recently that I died whilst healing or something. I don't remember what the story there was.
Hey, still gotta do Hyperlight Drifter. I wish we could do co-op for that, but we can't because you have to be in the same room.
Wait, really? It's one of the only games that still has local co-op? That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a local. You have to have a I guess either two controllers or like hook up a controller with a keyboard or something. Because like I've just played it on a keyboard, but I probably should use a controller at your recommendation.
It's really fun with a controller. I mean, I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference. Movement's still relatively cardinal ordinal.
Does it help with the targeting?
Targeting. Yes, it does.
Thank God.
Wait, you can't aim with the mouse?
Well, like, okay, the problem is that what happens is the mouse pointer aims from the head, but shots aim from the feet. Or it might be the other way around. But like, you know what I mean? Like the mouse pointer radiates out from the head, so like wherever you're pointing your mouse is... So like if you have your mouse between you and a target and you like shoot, then it'll shoot from your feet. So if you're at an angle where like shooting from your head would get straight to the target and shooting from your feet would go at an angle where it would go off, it'll go off.
Oh, that's just weird.
Yeah, it's weird and I hate it!
I can't blame you at all.
Because there's no other function of the mouse. There's no reason for the mouse to not radiate out from the point that you shoot from.
See, I'm just really bad at projection, so I mean, honestly, that might actually make me aim better now that I think about it. I have terrible aim, but I can tell you right now, the little reticle thing that shows up, absolutely perfectly fine with controller. It makes everything a lot easier.
See, there's something about it reminds me of the control system of Stardew Valley, which I still haven't played because I still haven't bought it, but I intend to at some point.
It's good. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a multiplayer for Stardew Valley.
Oh, that would be interesting to do.
Yeah, you didn't know that? That was like one of the original features of the game, but they were like, we want to release it before like a zillion years pass, so we're just gonna release it and release co-op later. But yeah, you can do co-op. There's actually some people who like hacked it to make it co-opable, which is interesting. Like they made a mod.
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, but like
literally, I don't Stardew, but
for all I've said about Lava Reef, at least the boss is easy.
But yeah, I can go jump.
That's left way.
This is not Minecraft.
Fine, it's the Animal Crossing way. Don't you want to just transplant all?
This code cut out slightly, so I heard dump raft.
You can do.
You can plant. You can't actually Animal Crossing.
You can't actually
They're
play
not
Animal
an
Crossing.
Oh, damn it.
That's all I heard. You just can't play Animal Crossing.
Plant. You can plant flowers. Like you could, I don't know, get like bad flowers or something. Poison your flowers and dump them in other people's yards. That's not a thing you can do.
Sam's involved anyway. I'm sure Tom Nook would have something to say about
I'm
it.
having like lag in the stream.
Yeah,
I don't know
because
if it's
OBS
on
has
my
been
end.
dumb, and I've basically dropped 25% of all frames in this stream, which makes me really offended because it makes me like. Basically, I got tilted about this earlier because like nobody watches me, and it's making me look bad. And obviously, I'm not out. Like, I'm not out for like fame and glory and shit. I'm just. I just don't want to look bad. I want to be given a fair shot at that streaming life, yo.
Yeah.
There's a life.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
it's that streaming life. Also, there was an audio glitch, and so like part of when Tess said, I assume OBS, it just like cut together a few pieces of words, and it was just like, oh. Like,
see, Discord is doing the YouTube pooping for me. I don't even have to, Tess. I'm so happy.
But Heather, you promised you would.
I'm working on it. I got all the files set up, but when was the last video I made at all?
Fair, but please.
when was the last video anyone made?
When was the last
Well.
anything? But please,
Everyone stares into the sky.
I want to hear the story of Tessellating Hexagons talking about the Republic of Sasmarir.
Yeah, no, it's on my to-do list.
I still need to make like the Twitter account thing that just makes fun of Tess.
Well, we do have
The Twitter bot that just makes fun of Tess.
we do have the spreadsheet of potential things. I want to have that be like really, really full before I pass it on to you, though. Like I want,
Okay.
because like there are some Twitter bots that are like, it's like something every day, and it's the same thing every time. Like you see all of them after not very long.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's not a good room.
You gotta have some that are like series of words that aren't just like 2 words or something.
Like at the very least, I want to have, like, I want to see something different for like 5 years. Oh, this is a room.
Okay. Well, have fun filling out 1,500 or so.
Depends on how often you want to update. Do you want to do one a day, or?
Oh yeah, you could do that too. Just make a buffer and then just dump them once a day.
Because like I'd be the person to be like every 10 minutes. No one will follow.
Please, it's not the You Got a Moon bot. Which I follow both of them at this point. One of them threatened to become a lewd account because the person hosting it got depressed, and then they were like, no, I'm going to turn this into a porn blog now, and people are like, please don't, and then they didn't. It was a wild ride.
Okay,
That's,
what about the Sonic Got Through, made by one of the Moon bots?
I have not seen.
Oh, well then I'll have to show you. Or I'll just have to keep retweeting this shit until somebody notices me somehow.
Oh, I suppose I should shout this out. That reminds me, Alex has been tweeting the, I think it's Bell Let's Talk, because, like, there's a campaign. It's only in Canada for some reason, because, I don't know. But they're doing, like, a campaign to end the social stigma around mental health awareness, and he's been tweeting about that.
Nice.
And he kind of wants me to support it as well, because obviously I've been going through stuff lately, and just today, in fact, I finally... Okay, bit of a saga. So, quite a while ago, my mother brought home a self-referral form for me to fill in to, you know, get myself seen by a professional, because kind of
To
need
go
it,
to the principal's office. Referral form.
basically.
Sorry.
And it sort of sat... Like, it sort of just sat in our house for a while, and then I finally filled it in on the 17th, sent it off on the 26th, and then got a text from them on Monday, I think, because we sent it off over the weekend. And they're saying, okay, so later today, we'll be in touch, which is sort of an ominous thing to say to someone with chronic anxiety, but, you know, less of two evils. And they got in touch, and they texted me a number to call to make an appointment, and I called that number today, and I made an appointment. And now I need to be up before 9:30 on next Wednesday, because they're going to phone me. It's a phone-based appointment. Like, come on, cut me some slack, please.
Interesting.
And yeah, I'm not looking forward to that because I don't like phone.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody said it. Thank you. Phones suck.
Yeah. Why am I so bad at these all of a sudden? I chronic bad.
It's this one. This is
Not getting up,
easily
Tess.
the worst.
See, the thing is,
Good luck waking up.
I was so, like, ready and prepared to have to, I was expecting them to arrange an appointment for me to actually go into their office and speak to them personally, and that just didn't happen, and like, oh, well, that's not healthy.
Yeah, that's weird.
So, yeah, mental health awareness. Don't be shy about it, because your boy Tess needs it.
Yep. Yep.
There you go.
I like that. Yo, it's your boy Tess.
Hi, it's your boy Zelda. Because everyone loves a callback.
I don't love anything.
Oh. No!
I'm cold and dead inside.
TBH. That's something that I discuss at some point in A Hat in Time, which I've recorded 9 episodes, edited 8 of them, uploaded 1 of them, and
Yes.
I know there is some point where I just sort of make a catchphrase out of nihilistic millennial humor. It's definitely chapter 3.
I'm excited. I have to watch your Hat in Time playthrough. I've seen like a tiny bit of Hat in Time, but I gotta watch yours.
People should just watch more of my stuff in
Tess,
general.
don't hate me. Well, yes,
Yeah.
of course. Tess, don't hate me, but I'm not watching Hat in Time until I've played it.
That's fair. I avoided it until I got it.
That's reasonable.
That's not gonna be for like a really flapping long time, so.
Well,
but
technically,
I'll get around to it.
Really hat a long time.
huh,
Hat flapping.
it takes an awfully long hat for an awfully long time. But yeah,
That's why it's called hat.
I wanted to avoid a hat in time until I started playing it, but then Nintendo Capri-Sun started Let's Playing it, and so I watched that. And so that's
Fair
like,
enough.
I mentioned several times in my Let's Play that, oh, I was watching someone else's Let's Play, and yeah, I'm just talking about Tim the entire time. So. Is it too presumptuous for me to refer
That's
to him as
fine.
Tim? Because Tim is his name.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
no, like, is there some stigma against that? Would I be... So-
he's referred to as Tim, right? Like, he refers to himself as that, and like, his friends refer to him as that in multiplayer that is public, so, like, why wouldn't...
Well, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
it's,
I don't think-
maybe it's
I don't
reserved
see
for
why
his
there would be a
nearest and
problem with
dearest.
If it was reserved for his nearest and dearest, then they wouldn't... It's public, it's in a...
And the same
Maybe
goes
he's
for
just got a lot of nearest and
the
dearest.
same goes for
There's
Emil.
just a weird stick, yeah.
Because like it took him years before he was okay with saying his name on YouTube, and now he just sort of talks about, hey, people used to call him Emily.
I still do.
I never did.
Well, aren't you special?
Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing.
I happen to know.
Yeah, there's like a weird thing, I think, like, kind of on the internet about, like, using people's names, and I think it's, like, in part where, like, we're in a culture where it's, like, you need to address people that you don't know well by, like Mr. or Mrs., like, last name or whatever, and now you're on the internet and, like, everyone's like, here is my first name and my username, and you're like, username?
See, I like it a lot more because usernames come off far more as, like, how someone thinks of themselves because it's something they put their heart and soul into creating. That's why I'm.
Well, I mean, I
still
came up with
not
Tess on a
comfortable
whim, but
with
yes.
the word Connor in Tess's presence. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, my username is actually just jaw bending.
Jock Goth.
That's just
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Chuck,
John,
I thought it- yeah,
I don't
that's-
know your first name, and I never will. I just know your John.
What if I spoil it
It's
for you?
never gonna do. Second, because my memory sucks. Obviously.
That's fair. That's fair. It's probably forgettable.
Look, I don't know. You're gonna come out and it's gonna be like, yeah, my name's Shaniqua. Okay. Well,
Kind
fuck,
of.
can't forget that. What?
Kind of.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me actually. My father has been asking me for literal years to ask you if you've ever heard of there's like an Italian DJ group who has the same name as you. And he wanted to know if you've heard of them. And I said, Father, probably not. They're from like the 90s or something.
Me?
Yes. But they spell it with two P's.
A lot of there's like
I mean, the actual Italian word is spelled with two P's, so.
like the Pokemon item.
Yeah.
Ah, burn Pepateel.
No, I haven't. I've only heard of the type of the general type of music making.
Ah. See what I did there? Oh, I forgot Metallic Madness existed.
Which also has two P's, but only
Yeah.
sometimes.
Oh, this is another level
Now-
that has crush damage. Boo. Oh! I pressed it to jump.
May refer to band, definition, Canadian race walker, Italian painter, and 3 different disambiguations.
Ah.
I like this modulation better.
This
I've read it in my head. Ooh, there's a crater that has my name.
good.
What?
There's a crater on the moon.
Damn it. Why isn't it just called the Jothquake crater? That'd be like far more bad.
I mean, here's the thing. The star that I'm named after in real life is also the same star that the name Joth is derived from.
Oh.
Also, this
Albatross
level's
is the name.
music has like rap in the style of 2 Unlimited, but also some chanting that I swear sounds like it's the car buffet.
Oh, I'll send you the lyrics later.
I've seen
It's
the lyrics.
also an American aircraft manufacturer, an open source engineering solution, a
Ooh,
genus
a
of snipes.
What?
Wait, but that was like a joke in Up where snipes don't exist.
It's more than just up. It's a cultural thing.
Have you seen Up where they were
No.
like, "There's
Yeah.
a snipe.
But it's a thing that exists in,
heard of us?
You have to clap 3 at the snipe."
but that's a thing that exists in multiple cultures. It's like the what's it called? The other one that's the boogeyman but screamier, not the banshee, but the other one. The one that has the
Baba
name. What's it called?
Baba Yaga?
No. Possibly the Babadook, if not something similar to that. It might not. I don't think it was. It was
There is
something else.
called the Babadook.
It was something else though.
There's a thing called Babadook, which everyone thought was gay because it was mistakenly put into the LGBT category on Netflix.
Good.
What?
I'm okay
Wait,
with
you
this.
didn't what?
Tiny bomb.
You didn't know that? You didn't know about the gay Babadook meme?
That's hilarious!
I heard about it.
It was like someone took a screenshot or a photo of something because like the Babadook was placed into the LGBT category on Netflix.
to be
and they
fair,
were like, Babadook is gay. I'm so proud of him.
To be fair, that also happened to the cartoon series The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like specifically specifically that iteration of it, the one where everything's in a desert because reasons, and also
Yeah, like all the gays.
like if it weren't for the age gap, then there would be quite a bit of Sonic Tails shipping. Or is that just me?
Amazing.
Because I mean,
No, I think that's accurate. That might be why it was in the first place.
in most canons, Tails is basically just Sonic's husband as fuck. Yay, final
So-
zone. I don't like this. I don't like instant crush
So my
damage.
name is an alternate name for a specific genus of snipes.
Well, your
it's
name
a-
is a lot of things.
It's a small town in Australia. It's a lot more things than I thought it was, because I was only named after one thing that my name is, which is a star. An online academic institution based in Minneapolis.
And my first name is an anagram of no corn,
Oh.
but if you have my full my first name and surname, that's an anagram of organic corn.
I was named after Cameron Diaz. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't really know anything about Cameron
She
Diaz.
played Fiona in Shrek, but I don't know what she was in.
That's very good.
Is it?
That's very good.
I wasn't named after anything. My parents just liked the name, and I sort of grew weary of it because my name is like oh my god, I've forgotten the word for it.
I forgot your name.
What's the word? When there's
What's
letters.
the word for me?
You know when there's letters.
For it's.
Phonesis?
I don't. What do you mean? It has enough. It has.
Alliterative. Fucking hell.
I don't know. What do you
Oh, the fact that you basically
My
could
first name and
totally
surname begin with the
spot
same
as
letter.
Yeah.
mean?
And so, going all throughout high school, people and because there's like a cadence to it as well, like 2 syllables, 1 syllable, like they would just repeat it. I'm so sick of my name. I am Tess. I just like the name Tess. It's the name I chose for myself.
Plus,
Nice.
Tessellating Hexagons has a far less typical ring to it.
Yeah, because people just can't spell it. Like the most common misspelling of my YouTube screen name is with 1 L and then an A. So like Tessellating Hexagons. Tessellating.
'Cause it's.
Tessellating.
Oh, I think I've misspelled it
Tessellating.
with an A before.
Hexalamode. There we go.
I'm used to it. But that's another thing. Because all 4 of my names are first names, because like I have 2 middle names, like they're not hyphenated, it's just I have 2 middle names after both my grandfathers. And because all 4 of my names, so my first name, my surname, and both my middle names are all first names, I have been called so many different combinations of my name, it's not even funny. And in fact, there was one point where I was referred to as Chris Connors. There is not a Chris anywhere in my name. Nor is there
Clearly,
an
you just
S.
look like Santa.
My mom has been. My mom, who is a woman, has been sent letters.
I thought you were going to say that, like, even your mum can't get your own name right.
No, not me. Not me. She's been sent letters addressed to Tom. Tom.
Why?
How else would you spell Tom?
Her name isn't Tom.
Wait, no, isn't it short for Tomantha?
There's crush
No, it's
damage
short
everywhere,
for
and I hate it.
Obviously, no. Oh, I knew. Sorry, my name. The other thing that I knew my name. I knew it was a university because I've seen ads for it everywhere. I've been mailed ads for it. I've considered calling them and asking them to give me a full ride for their university taking my name. Also, you know what I learned?
Many things.
I looked up on the. I looked up on the. I did learn that. At some point long ago, I looked up on that site that's like, how many people have your name thing, right? And you put in your full name. I put in my full name, and it's like 2 or fewer people will have your.
And one
yeah,
of them
because
is
I'm gonna kill my double.
No.
I'm gonna kill my double.
Tetris!
That's why it says or fewer. It's preparing for the worst.
Heather, we were talking about this. It's the Tetris bit. Okay, this is more stress-inducing than I remember. I don't remember whether I preferred the Sonic... I think I said I prefer the Sonic CD version because it's slow, but at least this one gives you some amount of warning. I don't like crush damage!
Alright, Ron. The thing about this is it's a lot harder to skip because they go so fast, you kind of need to just behave the way that they want you to up until like the last one. Whereas originally, because they were so slow, you could just ride up the platforms like any stage with a waterfall.
Oh, that reminds me of a thing. So, have I introduced either of you to the singer Bentley Jones? Because he's very good. He's very good. He's very good.
You didn't have to introduce me to him. He's already there.
Okay. Well,
He's already here
well,
in the background.
he just recently came out as gay, and I'm happy for him. Because I remember,
Nice.
I remember at some point he posted a vlog on his YouTube channel saying how, like, basically he was doing the same thing that I do of like, I'm not going to actually reveal my sexual orientation because it's more fun that way. And then just recently he's like, actually, you know what, gay. But like he made a big deal out of it, but like in a fun kind of way. And it was just fun to watch. Like it's the best coming out video I've ever seen.
Nice. I should watch that. I should track it down and watch that. I should track it down and fight it and then watch it, the video, just the video.
Track it down and fight it.
Oh my god, it's surprisingly difficult to get the achievement for this boss. I'm probably not going to bother because you might as well just do it with Tails because Tails can just hover in place because he's a very good boy.
Wait, can Chibi Tails fly?
What?
Can Chibi Tails fly?
Cheap tails.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now I really want to play as Knuckles so I can get Chibi Knuckles to climb the wall.
Oh, Heather, you want to know my name?
I mean, sure.
It's Capella.
Scapella?
Capella.
Capella. Okay, just making sure.
She's the scat man.
The singing salad. The music salad
Singing
I was referring
salad.
to as acapella.
Capella, so like, as in like, I'm assuming from the same origin as,
It's a star.
like, a cappella?
No, it's a star.
Okay.
Acapella has two.
Double P.
Yeah, the singing phrase acapella has 2 P's, but it's also how people remember my name 90% of the time. But my name has 1 P, and it's a star. And another star is Alhajoth.
Huh.
So I go by Joth, because that's
Of course, the
fun and I
first
like
thing
it.
that comes up is
I got the
Capella
achievement
Universe.
after all.
You should search Alhajoth, then the first result for a Google search for Alhajoth will give you the Wikipedia page for Capella.
Something like that. I know there are goats involved.
What?
Me too. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's
Also,
Capella means
I love
little
how the
she-goat because it's in a constellation.
I love how the signs, like the flag banner things in this stage just say "hair" on them. Like, what the heck? Hair?
Heh.
But, okay, so I know Heather and I have discussed this at length because, ooh, this is like, oh, the music of this level is such a good, and like, It did not take me until after I beat the final boss of this game to realize this was supposed to be the final level.
Yeah,
It's not
clearly
obvious.
everyone who made this game really likes Sonic CD, basically. That's my criticism of this, because...
It didn't take you to the end, or it did?
It did. I just didn't realize until after I'd got... Like, I was watching the credits and I was like, oh, I was expecting there to be another level. Because I thought this was just like, oh, okay, for that matter, it took me a while to work out what this level was even meant to be, and I'm not even sure if I'm sure now. Because, like, I'm just like, oh, Titanic Monarch. It's a submarine, obviously. You can tell just by the name.
What?
And
What?
it's not. It looks like a submarine. It's like you got the fucking
Looks like a city.
you got the city of Rapture in the background there. Clearly, it's underwater. Obviously.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I'll give you that one. That totally does look like Rapture.
You see, would you kindly? I don't even need to
Is this
finish that thought.
commentary on Sonic the Hedgehog being a dystopian universe?
See, I am fond of the various analyses you can go into on the nature of the Sonic world. Because, I mean, that's something that Alex and I have gone into at some level of depth. But that's something that I'm going to keep behind closed doors, except... Heather and Josh, you both have separate keys to different iterations of that same door.
Well, of course we do. We're behind your closed doors.
No, I don't like that
door.
phrase.
Look, no, just because I have the key to Tessa's back door doesn't mean that it has to be sexual.
I have keys to the party all the time.
See, that's just awesome.
You have keys to my party? Should I be worried?
Just keys to the party.
I am the party.
Well, then I have keys to you.
See,
Welcome.
isn't that romantic?
I could put a key in your face.
Okay. As long as it's clean. What? Keys are edible. If you have enough determination. Good. I hate how you're... Oh, good. I've dropped every single frame in the known universe. Have you calmed down
I just
yet,
had a
OBS?
realization.
OBS is down to 740 kilobits per
Say
second. I don't even know why.
Any door. They say a skeleton key can open any door, so I think that a door key can open any skeleton.
Oh.
I mean, if you hit it hard enough, I'm sure.
No!
Well, yeah, you can open any skeleton by hitting it.
I think one of I just in terms of skeletons, I just remembered actually I've remembered several skeleton posts at once now, but the one that I'm remembering is someone said something like why am I aching or something, and someone goes, your skeleton is hatching.
I remember that. Good post.
Which is like, and then the other skeleton post I remember is just like, it's just like, why does everyone worry about your bones? Your bones are just like, they're just bones. You should, but there's all this flesh and disgusting stuff everywhere else. And you should be scared of that. Why would you be scared of skeletons? I think that makes a good point.
I was seeing a post something like that, and people were like, why are you scared of seeing bones? It's just your skeleton. Everyone has one. And someone's like, yes, but it is not meant to exit the meat. Why did I just stick to the ceiling there? It's a very sticky ceiling. Someone should
I'm
clean
meant
that.
to exit them. I would actually love to transcend the meat.
You want to leave the meat dimension. That's a reference from that's from Danganronpa 1. There's some mention of the meat dimension.
Good, because I'm in Danganronpa now.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a true fact.
Yeah. Credited as the ultimate programmer.
As opposed to everything else that I say, which are false facts.
Yes.
Yes.
How does that work? Yes.
Sorry, falsehoods. Sorry, Tess, what were you saying?
In the thing, you are listed as the ultimate programmer. I hope you're welcome.
Oh, you know what's dumb about this stage?
The banners that say hair.
That too, but mostly just the fact that the entire stage, the geometry is reused for Act 2. That bothers me immensely.
Well, I'm not aware, but it's clever thematically. And that reminds me of a post that was like, I think it was like a Venn diagram or something, not Venn, like a Carol diagram of like, well, it wasn't even a Carol, it was a diagram, and there was like a werewolf, and then like a were as in warehouse, and then a wolf that is a were, and it's just this wolf dressed like in a Buddha costume and meditating, and it has like a third eye, and it's no werewolf. Submarine.
So still no weird tiger, right?
Oh, I just remembered, I hate this boss. I hate a lot of bosses in this game.
Oh,
It would
no.
help if I actually bothered to collect some rings.
Don't go boss hate.
I much prefer it when you have the instant shield.
Just gonna go and get some rings. And no, Lozzie of the past who is no longer here. The chat is not alive. Case in point, the chat has not moved since she posted that before she left. That was a very good jump.
I'm a very good jump.
Oh,
You're
Heather,
welcome.
you speeze me. I don't like this boss at all. I can't. Oh, good. Heather, is there a secret trick to doing it super pissy? But I don't... Can I cheese this in any way, shape, or form?
No, this is one of the only uncheesable bosses, especially since you don't have the instant shield.
Boo.
This is what you get for cheese and everything else. It's the punishment.
Because execution means just that. Execution. Oh, actually, that reminds me, Heather. I actually came up with a list of executions for everyone, even though we only use some of them.
Top 10 executions by BuzzFeed.
10 bad executions!
Actually, I need to look that up now. Do you think that BuzzFeed has a list of top 10 executions?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Find out.
I'm looking up. Top 10 executions.
You might get top 10 Danganronpa executions, come to think of it.
Okay, BuzzFeed, these are the 10 countries with the highest rates of execution. Pictures of death row prisoners' last meals. Oh, is this the one that has one of them is just a french fry? That's a good. Like, if there was a guy
24
who's...
people. Yes? 24 people who deserve an A for effort, but an F for execution.
Yeah, I did it.
How does one get an F for execution? That's...
Execution.
Oh, that's... Oh, that kind of execution! Oh!
What?
Execution.
I honestly thought it was like, well, they tried hard, but they deserve to die.
I think it is too. What is it?
No, it's saying, well, they put in a lot of effort, but they put in a lot of effort the wrong way. They failed in the execution.
Well, they failed in execution. Like, they chopped off the head, but they missed the jugular vein. That's a pretty bad
Their
throw.
head's just rolling on the ground. Well, this is awkward.
Like, can you imagine that? Like, just like, literally a decapitated prisoner, just literally execution shaming.
This photo of edited people's faces in the 24 people thing. That looks like stuff that I did in MS Paint when I was like 10.
I did a lot of stuff in MS Paint when I was 10, so I can relate.
It's just like yeah, that's exact. Oh my god.
Now, am I the only one who thinks... That's all.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I thought so.
Yes, you are.
But
Thinking?
Yeah,
You're Tess, you think.
I know, it's a habit. But yeah,
God.
the music of Act 2 specifically sounds like music from a Clono game. Like, especially the Game Boy Advance ones, but just generally. Like, it sounds like the end game of a Clono game. I still want to learn how to speak Phantomilian. Because I know a couple of words, but it isn't really a full language in its own right, so it's sort of difficult to learn.
Phantomilium?
Phantomilion. Like, I mean, I know how
Let's talk to phantoms?
I mean, there's doo, which is pretty cool, but that's you know, itadakimasu, except that's Japanese. Oh, there's crush damage in here too. I don't like it. Moral of the stream: Tess is a whiny bitch about everything. Oh.
Oh no, Discord cut out. So all I heard.
Ironically, Discord cut out all of that as well, so I don't even know what you heard.
God damn it. No.
Top 10 what?
Here's in this one of the F for executions,
Ah.
which is just like puzzle of the week. I'm the beginning of everything, the end of everywhere. I'm the beginning of eternity, the end of time and
It's obviously the letter E.
space. What am I?
There's that one kid that put death.
So the first answer was like I'll just read the tweet. The first guess from one of my first graders. I want to tell them that the A was the letter E, which just seems so banal in the moment.
Eh,
That's
nihilistic millennial humor.
They're not millennials. They cannot possibly have been millennials.
Well,
Those were first graders in 2018.
yeah, so they're
That's part of
Generation
the
Z,
millennials.
which is the second generation of millennials.
That's not millennial.
Yeah. Generation Y and
Well,
Generation
all
Z
millennials
together
for the
form the
next
millennials.
1,000 years.
I
The
didn't know
reign of
those generations
millennials will
originally.
continue.
Yeah, certainly,
Millennials. Yeah.
the way I understand it is that like we're Generation Y, and then kids at the moment Generation Z, and together they form the millennials. Because the millennials is like a group of generations. It's more of a
I thought that millennial was between Y and Z.
no. Basically, if you're fluent in using the internet and you know all the lyrics to Mr. Brightside and you can do the Macarena, you're Generation Y. That's basically.
I can't do the math.
Well, then you.
I can't do the whole Macarena, but like I'm familiar with it.
Children, the pair of you.
Macarena. That's what I know about.
For shame.
Yeah, but that's just making a mockery of it. Ha ha.
No.
I was very proud of that. I will have you know I was immensely proud of that.
Well. You know who else was proud of their achievements? Hitler.
Hitler.
I'm sure there's a word for that. But it's just an unnecessarily example.
Do you know what's worse than Holocaust jokes?
More Holocaust jokes?
The
Holocaust
Holocaust.
itself. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Good. Glad we're on the same page.
More.
I'm just hoping you stop at more Holocaust. Good God. What am I?
A piece of
That wasn't
toast.
a riddle.
It's like the opposite of. It's like the opposite of what's worse than a worm in your sandwich, or whatever. You know.
What? Something about a Mormon threesome?
That's exactly not what I said.
I heard a Mormon and sandwich, and I was like, what's that?
A Mormon sandwich.
No, I said it's like the
Uh-huh.
the like more Holocaust jokes is like the opposite of the what's worse sandwich.
Funny.
Exactly.
How the hell did I get Mormon sex?
What?
Probably the same
Might
way
have
that
said
people invented the
Mormon
raisin bagel.
sandwich. Oh God, yes? Do you have a story, Tess?
No.
I'm finding things that are telling me that millennial year age ended before mine, but I've seen other sources that said it didn't, so I'm
Well, no one can
upset.
agree on millennials, but I am the authority on millennials because I invented...
I feel millennial.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22, except nope, I'm actually 21 and a half. And then this copyright has been removed for streaming Taylor Swift.
I was born before 2000, so I think I count as a millennial.
Same. See, even
The
when...
point of it to be part of the generation in 2000, so shouldn't you have been born after 2000 to be a millennial?
See, that's why people
I
can't
always
agree
thought
on
I
it.
was exempt.
Yeah, that's
Also-
the weird.
It's a stupid name.
Also, even when the music got all dramatic and the timer in the corner started over, I still didn't realize that this was the final boss.
Wait, the timer starts over?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the grabby hands.
Tick, tick.
I forget there's a good way of avoiding those, of like a solid crystal way of spepping the peefy. I don't know if you can spep the peefy. Oh. They make floor.
I think I would have been more inclined to accept this as the final boss if Lava Reef came after Metallic Madness.
Kind of
Also
random.
would have made more sense.
Bit random, but okay.
No, it makes perfect sense. I'm really into
Sorry, when you said music and timer in the same second, my brain immediately started playing the Pokemon Black and White low health tune.
Yeah, it is tuned to be fair.
There's music happening behind that.
Yeah, it is. It's like a good tune.
No, it is absolutely. I just don't ever hear it because Black and White is really.
Oh,
good.
because you're such a good gamer. Okay.
No, but here's the problem. This is why I'm gonna be failing miserably when it comes to Vault White.
I can't wait.
Or are you gonna do that? Well, what? I thought it fixed problems.
It fixed problems. It actually made the
It's all
game
well good fixing problems, but you can't
decently
fix Heather.
challenging.
Also, I hate when you lose rings in the other heavies.
Give you more choice and then up the difficulty to allow for that choice. But I'm being very specific with my playthrough.
What's
I
the
can only
choice? What do you mean by allowing choices? How do they allow choice?
You know how Gen 5 limits you to only the Pokemon from Gen 5? Which I
Oh,
really
they
like?
give.
Why?
Oh,
They
gotcha.
give you all the Pokemon. What?
That shield is supposed to repel you in every direction. Why did it kill me?
Did you get
'Cause it's
crushed
rude.
by the repulsion shield?
That's never happened before, though. Is this supposed to hit me?
You killed me a lot, as I recall.
I've never died to
you
this
know-
boss before. Nobody can. That's also Phantom Million. I'm not sure what it means. So.
I just had a genius idea.
Oh.
We should watch the Emoji Movie.
Has that been suggested before?
Maybe. I might have suggested it. I don't
You
know.
may well have suggested it. I am, I
still-
admit, morbidly curious about it, so... I kind of don't
I
want to give
usually
them my
watch
money.
like dumb bad movies, like how I live blogged I Choose You, and also I've watched Boss Baby,
Which is
which turned
nominated
out
for
good,
something.
Boss Baby was like, it was weirdly incoherent in its theme, and then it made a bad joke about trans people.
Oh.
And
Really?
Oh, dear.
yeah.
Oh, dear.
Well, suddenly I'm highly interested in Boss Baby.
Made a.
I have a bad habit of getting interest in stuff that's terrible. Anyway,
That's fair. But yeah, it was just like in general, it was like, oh, it's gonna be this cute theme about this, and then the ending is like, what?
There's a baby! That'd be funnier if Laura was still here.
Yeah, we could
Why,
watch
JP?
Boss Baby too. I can go into it prepared and simultaneously not prepared at all because it's just so like there's.
I
at
hate
first
that
it's like,
fucking what's he called? Every time, it's that specific one that takes my rings.
well, the thing about Boss Baby is like it seems like it's gonna have a theme and like a moral and like a heartwarming whatever, but then like it blends like the reality with the imagination so thoroughly that you're not really sure whether or not you're supposed to believe like this weird fake stuff is real in the universe or not, because they like put an emphasis on like the power of imagination, but then at the same time like make it seem like all the, because like I don't know, we should watch it so I can talk to you about it in depth.
Please do. No, I'm looking forward to it. The thing is, from what I saw, it's actually well written enough that I'll enjoy most of it.
Yeah, it's like sweet in some places for sure. Like it's I wouldn't go so far as to say
the dog outfit was good. He got in a dog suit. Look.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's like, you know, it's not the worst thing. It was professionally produced and all that. So is the Emoji Movie, I guess. But like, I haven't actually seen the Emoji Movie. What if I watch the Emoji Movie? What if I watch the Emoji Movie and live blog it into our chat?
I'd rather it just be a bonding experience for all of us, to be honest.
We should do that. We should.
And it's this fucking shit again. This shit fuck. What is this even bullshit noise? Don't take me away from my only fucking ring, thank you please. Don't take me away from my only fucking ring, thank you please. I will swear until I get my own way.
What you mean, till you get your own fucking ring, please?
Yeah, Heather, stop stealing rings.
Yeah.
Pills, shits, fuck, fuck, bitch.
Gotta have those meth rings.
I thought you were just saying yeah to yourself, like just.
Well, Heather is
Yeah,
that
Heather.
self-confident. That Heather is so full of self-porfufuf.
That I can tell myself to fuck off? And
Yes.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Yeah, you do seem the sort, in all fairness.
That is very true. Well, the problem is if I told myself that, I'd take fuck off far too literally, and then I'd just go have sex. But anyway.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
Excuse you, I was in the right place.
Yeah.
Okay, I should be able to finish it on this cycle, and if I don't, I will be personally offended. Oh, come on. Why did that count
I
as?
do like how it gets easier as you go along.
Yeah. And if you have an electric shield and can somehow keep it throughout the entire fight, then it's even piece of pissier. There you go. That wasn't difficult. Like, this is the first time and second time I've died on this boss. Also, I like how it sort of hatches him like an egg. And because I didn't bother getting all of the Chaos Emeralds, that's also the end of the game. Yay.
Isn't it such a climactic, exciting ending? Woo. See, it's really serious this time because the word alert shows up.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh no, sorry.
Alert! Caution!
Oh, no.
Alert!
Oh, no.
Caution! Alert! Caution! Oh, Knuckles!
What happened to Ginger
hi,
Husbando? He's just waiting outside, for he is the Bentley of the group. Ass! Ass! Third ass!
See, I kind of prefer that that's what Tails' voice was, still.
Oh, I like this cutscene. That's pretty. Does it have a
It's far
different cutscene for if you save or don't, if you get or don't get all the emeralds?
Uh-huh, if you get all the emeralds, the ending's worse.
Oh. What?
Sonic, would you like to know the good ending?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, Sonic is teleported through the power of the emeralds mixing with the Phantom Ruby. Sonic is teleported to another dimension, which kicks off classic Sonic showing up in Sonic Forces.
Wait. Like,
Yes.
wait,
Uh-huh.
like you hook it up to Sonic Forces?
Like, the whole game was written specifically to be a Forces time.
Oh, because of the thing in Sonic Forces. Oh.
See, it just fuels my headcanon that Sonic Forces didn't really happen, it is just Tails writing fanfiction. Specifically Tails.
Yeah.
And that
Wait,
explains...
but it's,
maybe-
that
but
explains...
it's not because it,
But it is, though. Like, it's Tails trying to...
but
like,
it becomes canon in this game.
like this happens in the
How
classic
super
timeline,
canon.
and then Tails remembers it and writes a fanfiction about it, and that's why classic Sonic appears just in the right time for just in time for Tails to be like, oh, it's him, and then Sonic appears, and then also the end of the game involving some sort of pseudoscience involving the Phantom Ruby that only Tails could come up with, and there was other stuff too, like playing as the original characters, because of course it's reference to it being fanfiction, and there's extras. And, well, so there was something else compelling as well, and I don't remember what it was. But,
Infinite being a terrible Sonic fan character because Tails hates Shadow?
I mean, I hadn't thought about that particular aspect, but yes, like,
Tails hates Shadow?
that part
Yeah.
is
not
entirely
as much
Heather.
as he hates Knuckles, because Knuckles is shouldering in on his relationship with Sonic. Right, Tess?
Well, that and
Oh, you're talking about like fan fiction.
Well,
That's
also
the entire
nice.
game.
also because
Nice chandelier.
because Knuckles is stupid and he brings down the IQ of the team, but then in return Knuckles resents Tails because he's too clever and he's using all those big boy words like I can't understand, man, it makes me feel like a fool. But you are a fool, Knuckles. No. Oh no.
I need to watch more of the Sonic Boom show.
and that's good enough for me.
The Sonic Boom video game is like so leads so hard into the like really strong archetypes.
Yes. Well, the worst part is that it's literally the same humor as the show, and it just kind of goes to show how poorly thought about the show was in general.
Well, the show's better.
Well, it's better because it's 11-minute episodes and not an
It's written by
entire continuous
humans.
game. That too. Well, no, that's the worst part. I like some of the game's humor. Fucking flippin', I don't know, just everything Knuckles does in the game, I don't mind. It's everything else about the game I hate. So,
Huh.
I don't have any specifics apart from them drowning.
Anyway,
God.
I sort of finished the game. The game sort
I
of
saw.
finished.
I congratulated your
Wait,
chandelier.
I didn't see anything worthy of final boss tests. Are you sure you finished the game?
Yes. Unfortunately,
I saw a try again screen and it was sad.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though it's the good ending.
I'm
It has to
extremely offended as well by the frame rate of the stream, because OBS, there is no reason for you to be acting like this. Internet, don't even, and yet here we are. And, hey, people who didn't watch, why aren't you watching?
Watch! I compel you!
See, after hearing that, how could you know?
But if I may get, like, all pissy and entitled for a hot second, like, I look forward to doing these streams, and then nobody turns up, so it ends up just being a waste of life for all of us. Because we could have these conversations in private and not even have to worry about the frame rate, but no, I make them open to the public, and no one actually bothers to watch. Also, I have a
Yes, this is
Patreon.
why we like-
Yeah! Go there. Go to the Patreon, folks.
thing.
Everyone.
Yay.
Well, there'll be a link to it on screen if you watch the YouTube archive of this. In the meantime, should we end stream? Because we were talking about stuff. And there was something else about Sonic Forces that makes me think it's Tails' fanfiction as well, and I forget what it is. Oh yeah, the whole thing of how, like Knuckles talking about how, Tails has taken it pretty badly, he's gone rogue, like he literally hasn't, he just wanders off by himself, but they're trying to make it sound like he's all epic and mysterious and stuff. And also, maybe Tails trying to show off, hey look, I'm a good writer because I put Knuckles in charge of the Resistance, so it shows character growth because he's actually an idiot. And now I'm just imagining
Well, yeah, but like,
just consider.
you can't.
Consider.
Yes. Yeah.
Tails, but just Hiyoko.
Who?
Danganronpa 2.
Yes. I can see it.
I'm gonna look up Hiyoko.
Still not as cute as Hiyoko though.
Excuse you!
Huh? Yeah.
Well, anyway,
What you gonna do about it,
Big
Tess
tail.
boy?
I shall end the stream before Twitch gets upset that I'm not gaming anymore.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, Twitch would come to your house and destroy you.
But
True.
aren't you playing the Lisbon lampshade?
oh, but of course. I
Well,
can
then we're
perspective, I
immune.
swear.
then.
Well,
Let's just stay here forever.
yes, Stanley, we can truly be happy here. I hope it will continue to be tessellating hexagons there, I said it.
ending was my favorite ending. Sorry, go on.
The saloon ending, more like.
I've been waiting to be Joth ending.
Heather and Stevie, bye.
Meow.
Oh dear.